Check, 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 check. Check, check. Good morning. Let's do this. Back to it here on Monday. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Of course, join the horde. Get on the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. You can always listen to the show. Download the Rock 106.1 app for free. Get us on your home smart speaker and check us out at rock1061.com. Marshall, good morning.
Good morning. How was your trip?
14 hours anywhere. I don't care the destination, just sucks. The drive, though, was pretty solid. Dropping the youngest off at college. Emotional. It's good. I was happy. I was sad. All kinds of emotions.
Yeah, all kinds. Did your wife cry on the road trip home as you kind of called?
She did not.
Okay.
And her reasoning behind it, I think, is pretty solid. She's like, it's not real enough yet. It'll be when I'm at the house by myself, expecting Ella to come down the stairs or, wanting to talk to her. She's like, that's when it's going to hit me. That's when I'll tear up.
Okay.
So we didn't have to have that uncomfortable car ride back with her just bawling and not wanting me to watch her at all. So it actually worked out well for everybody.
Good for you, man.
Yeah,
good. Now, did you cry?
I will, no, not full on cry. I would say there were, it wasn't like I was just sobbing uncontrollably.
Right.
There were tears, but not anything too crazy or off the wall.
Okay. Wow. All right.
I mean,
I'm proud of you for not crying in public.
Thank you. But no, we'll get into it more today at 7:00 with the call, comment, and stuff, text stuff. But no, all in all, it was a great weekend. Drank some great beer. Stopped by Trim Tab in Alabama. Yes, truly the only reason to go to Alabama.
Exactly, right.
I have 100% confirmed that.
How many masks did you not have to wear when you went through Alabama and Mississippi?
The funny part is Alabama, when I went to Trim Tab, they were more on the mask thing than any place in Arkansas.
I just thought the moment you crossed over the border of either Alabama or Mississippi, they stopped you, searched your car, took all the masks, burnt them, and then allowed you to continue through their state. I just feel like that's like the most obvious thing.
Thankfully, I must have missed that traffic stop because, I was on a main road, not a dirt road, so it was all good.
They have main roads?
Coming up on the show today, we got the Dude of the Week death match. I'm going to get to Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout trivia. Like I said, call, comment, and text, 7 o'clock hour today. What is your proudest parenting moment? I've got a couple with both my kids. We'll get to that. And, of course, about last night, Travis Barker did something he said he was never, ever going to do again. Grand Theft Auto, at least a remastered version, could be coming to Nintendo soon. And I don't think any of us are shocked. But if you want to go see a concert with Live Nation, you're going to have to show that you don't have COVID. That story's coming up next to kick off the show. Cotter and Marshall, good morning. Mammoth, WVH. It's Don't Back Down. Rock 106.1.
All right. Welcome back. Nice and early, folks. Nice and early. Heather, thank you for dropping in your proudest parenting moment there. Really do appreciate that. Nice and early. I love it. Got some good responses from our question.
Yes.
From last night. So I'm just gathering some of those up from our Facebook page.
Yep, I grabbed those as well. So good to go. Good morning, Heather. Terabyte. Wanda.
Everything is good there, and we're good there. Perfect. All right. Well, here we go, guys. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for joining us after a couple days off. Thursday and Friday, Cotter was saying he was out of town. I was just, here behind the scenes doing stuff. I was at the Small Business Expo. Such a great time. Over at the DeSoto on Thursday, and then Friday just kind of hung out.
Yeah, nice. Fayetteville, Arkansas, actually a really cool, I don't want to say little town. It's like 80-some thousand people, but really cool. Downtown area is super nice. A lot of bars. Obviously, it's a college town, but just a lot of local little restaurants. The college itself is cool. They've got a tiny little Walmart there. So,
Walmart.
It's where the Walmart headquarters are. You can tell Walmart sinks a lot of money into the college. So they have what the students call Small Mart, and it's just literally like 3 aisles of Walmart. It's pretty funny. A little pharmacy as well. So got the kids some stuff there. Met the roommate. Seems very nice. So all in all, I think it was a successful trip.
Russ, that's cool, man. Russ says I'm a proud dog dad. So am I. Excellent stuff. What's your proudest moment with your dog, actually?
We had several comment on Facebook. I thought some of them were pretty good.
Well, that's good, man. I'm glad you had a nice little trip. Like I said, not a ton that went down here at the radio station. We're talking about moving into a new space, so that's pretty exciting. Possible new studio already within the first year of us doing the show, which I'm kind of excited about.
Yeah, I am. So
the only thing that kind of sucks is like it doesn't have like these big floor to ceiling windows. It only has like one window in the studio, so it'll look like a bat cave.
Yeah, and because there's like 4 studios right in a row, and some of them are really weird because of the way the roof is constructed. Mm-hmm. So you have a window, but you really don't see anything out the window.
Yeah, it's like jail.
Yeah. Congratulations, Terabyte, on the kid. 2 months, awesome. No, I think that is typical, Wanda.
All right.
All right. So we're going to try this new thing here. So we'll be right back, guys. Want to go to a concert? You might need to prove your COVID-free details. Coming up, story number 1 about last night. COVID cases on the rise across the country. Don't think it comes as much of a surprise to anyone that Live Nation has implemented new restrictions if you want to go to a concert. Now, if you want to go to a Live Nation concert, which includes the brand new venue, downtown Savannah, District Live, you're going to have proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test. Now, these are the same guidelines they used at Lollapalooza in Chicago just a few weeks ago, and a Chicago health official reported the event wasn't considered a super spreader event.
Yeah, they found that 90% of the people that went to Lollapalooza were fully vaccinated, and those who were unvaccinated actually prevented a negative COVID test. So that's why they didn't consider it a super spreader event. Now, the president and CEO of Live Nation, his name is Michael Rapino. He said vaccines are going to be your ticket back to the show. And as of October 4th, we'll be following the model we developed for Lollapalooza and requiring that for artists, fans, and employees of Live Nation venues and in festivals everywhere possible in the U.S. So, yeah, pretty much you either need to be vaccinated or you need to have a negative COVID test. I think it's within the 72-hour time frame of going to the show. Pretty simple stuff, I think.
Yeah, I think Louder Than Life recently announced these same kind of guidelines. Danny Wimmer came out and said, look, we want these shows to happen in the fall. This is what we're going to have to do. I didn't check. Welcome to Rockville.
Welcome to Rockville said they were going to provide an update for us here in the next few days and weeks. I can pretty much guesstimate, because Louder Than Life is also produced by Danny, that we'll have the same exact thing. So, I mean, if you're going down to Welcome to Rockville and Daytona, I mean, isn't confirmed quite yet. I would imagine you would need to follow by those same guidelines.
Yeah, so basically, if you're wanting to see a show, especially with a larger company or a larger event, you're going to either have to have a vaccination or you're going to have proof that you're COVID-free within the 72 hours.
Simple.
I think so. And I know some people are upset about it. I was reading through some of the comments on the Louder Than Life and on the Welcome to Rockville Facebook page afterwards, and there were some people who were very upset.
Right.
I'm just like, then don't go to the show. I mean, that's kind of what it boils down to at this point in time. You want to see live music? Get vaccinated?
Yeah.
Get a test. It's not hard.
Yeah, I don't think it's hard. I think it's something that's pretty simple. I mean, the vaccine obviously is free. The COVID tests, I think they do come at some cost. But,
yeah.
I mean, if you want to go to the show, that's a cost you're going to have to pay. You know how you're paying $40 probably for parking? It's less than that.
All right, we're not getting a brand new Grand Theft Auto until 2025, but we could be getting a remastered trilogy of some of the classic games, and that includes them coming to Nintendo Switch. Details coming up next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. All right.
Wanda, thank you for sharing that story. I'm going to drop it into my little file right here. Perfect. Yeah, the Live Nation thing, I think, is going to be kind of
the standard.
It's going to be the standard moving forward, although, you know, AEG, which is the other very large company that handles concerts in the U.S., I mean, I don't know if they're doing it quite yet.
Let's see, AEG, the second largest live events promoter in the U.S., announced their protocol earlier this week, which requires attendees and staff to be completely vaccinated. A negative COVID test alone will not suffice.
Well, there you go.
I mean, I get it. They don't want to keep losing money by not doing shows. They got to do something to kind of, you know, protect their butts. They don't want it to become like half the crowd got COVID. So,
ooh, Charles says he will refrain from commenting on the Live Nation thing. You know what I noticed last week? So, Big Bald and Sexy, we're friends in real life outside of the show and stuff. Boy, super negative Facebook posting when we're not on in the mornings. So, hey, he was posting about political stuff and everything. So here's what the thing is. I think when we're not on the air, Charles, he listens to political radio and or commentary, and he gets riled up during the week, and which makes this man, who's already very angry, even angrier, Cotter. So I think as a society, our job is just to do, our jobs to make sure this man doesn't fly off the handle.
Fair enough.
Charles was big angry last week. I was honestly concerned for people. And by people, I mean literally the human race.
All right. I'm going to go get my coffee.
Do it. Woo. All right. Yeah, had a nice little weekend. Did, well, mostly nothing. Just kind of hanging around. I got so much stuff coming up here in the next few weeks that we've been kind of just hanging out at the house, not doing as much. Watched the Chicago Bears preseason game, and yes, I am on the Justin Fields train. I'm very excited for Justin Fields as the quarterback of the Chicago Bears, although Andy Dalton will be starting, according to Matt Nagy, our coach. But whatever, no big deal. Yeah, I watched a bunch of NFL football this weekend, and then I don't know if I really got much done outside of that. Did a bunch of work stuff on Thursday and Friday while Cotter was out and about taking care of his stuff, so not a whole lot.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Are you going swimming after the show?
Yeah, man.
Okay, just wondering.
Yeah.
Just wondering.
You
decked down swimming trunks today.
These aren't swimming trunks.
They're not?
No.
They really look like it.
No, man. These are just my latest pair of bird dogs, bro.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, these are. I'll throw.
No, I mean, I like them. I'm not making fun of them at all.
Show a little ass this morning.
Definitely look like a visit to the pool.
These are called Captain Americas. These are called the Captain Americas, man. But you know, I just I like to be tropical during the summer. That's how I'm gonna roll.
All right. A few more commercials. Got some Incubus, pardon me. We'll get into this story about Grand Theft Auto.
Sorry. Charles commented, nothing sets you off like a homeless dude dropping a deuce right next to your entrance to your job site. That is something special.
That's fair.
That is something special.
So I had like major technical issues over the weekend. So get to the hotel, nothing fancy, just like a Best Western hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Got my work computer and get in. It was 9:30 Thursday when we got there. So I'm like, all right, got some work stuff I got to do. So I tried to log into the Wi-Fi on my work computer. Doesn't work. It's a typical, hotel where it should bring up like their welcome page where you have to, yes, I agree. Here's the password kind of thing. Worked on my personal computer, worked on my wife's computer, worked on phones, iPads, but would not work on my work computer.
Okay.
I can't do any work on my personal computer because I can't log into the system. So I was completely hosed. I had to call Jake Thompson, and he had to help me out Thursday night. And then I still hadn't edited the Latin lunch for Saturday because I was still waiting on some audio. And I'm like, I got plenty of time. I'll do it Thursday, Friday, and upload it from the hotel. I was not able to do that either. So it was just all kinds of a cluster from a technical standpoint over the weekend. So
sorry that happened to you.
It sucks. And you would think, you just don't have to do work now. It's awesome. No, it just caused nothing but frustration.
No, because you probably spent way too much time trying to figure out the answer to the problem.
Yep.
I'm guessing it was some sort of like firewall issue that Tim, the engineer, probably put on your computer.
That's what I was thinking. There was an update recently, that went out in all the work computers. But when I went to Universal, I was able to log into the Universal Wi-Fi, no problem. So I don't think I did reach out to Tim Engineer, and I got go downstairs to talk to the front desk. It's 10 o'clock on a Thursday. They're not going to know what to do to fix the Wi-Fi, and it's working on all of our other devices.
Yeah.
So. So thank you to Jake Thompson for doing my work over the weekend. Outside of the Latin lunch, that just didn't run.
Oh, you didn't run it?
No, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't edit it, and I thought I found a solution. I thought I had a way around it because I could edit it on my personal machine. I just couldn't upload it. So I was going to edit it on my personal machine, email it to Jake, and have him upload it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the audio that I got sent from the host is all iPhone audio, and you can't open that in the editing program I have, and I didn't have a converter on it. So I was just like, you know what? I'm done. Done.
Okay.
So.
So a man named Kirk Johnston has filed a lawsuit against Nickelback and a bunch of record companies, including Live Nation, for the 2005 song Rockstar for copyright infringement. It is 16 years after that song came out. Just a quick heads up. According to the suit, Johnston wrote a song called Rockstar in 2001, which he was in the band Snowblind Revival, and made 15 copies of the master tape to send to record labels, including Roadrunner and Warner Chappell Music. He claims the labels gave Nickelback access to the song, and they, in turn, copied it.
Yeah, I don't get why people wait so long to do some of this stuff.
He said that the substantial amount of the music was copied, including the tempo of the song, melodic structure, harmonic structures, and lyrical themes. He seeks damages for Nickelback stealing it.
I want to hear his version. Is that a thing?
Oh, I've got it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, you can actually, if you go to loudwire.com, you can actually find it. I'll
have to check it out.
I have not heard it, but I just found this story. That's funny.
All right, guys. We'll be right back. Story number 2 about last night. To tide us over, before we can get a brand new Grand Theft Auto, it looks like we're going to get a remastered trilogy on multiple platforms, including the Nintendo Switch. Got that story coming up for about last night. So we talked about this last month. Grand Theft Auto not getting a new game until 2025, 4 years.
Yeah, something like that.
It's ridiculous. But now there's a new report that claims Grand Theft Auto is getting a remastered trilogy on its way to multiple platforms, including the Nintendo Switch. Now, outside of a couple handheld devices, you've never been able to play Grand Theft Auto on Nintendo platforms. So this is kind of a deal.
Yeah, so they're remastering Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. They're going to remaster it in the Unreal Engine. Now, it's going to be a mix of new and old graphics, so pretty much everything's just going to be a lot shinier, and smoother than they were initially. They said that this is going to be a part of a bonus as a repackaged GTA 5 that they were going to put out on next-gen consoles, but they decided, you know what, we could probably make a lot more money if we just sold it just as a standalone, video game. So it's coming out to the Nintendo Switch for the very first time, which makes a lot of sense. You be able to play Grand Theft Auto on the go. Plus, all the Xboxes, all the PlayStation 4s. They're talking about putting it on mobile devices. Google's Stadia, which no one puts games out on.
What's that?
It's like a cloud gaming service.
Okay.
Once again, no one puts games out on that.
Heard of it.
Stunned that it was even on this list, but apparently this will be coming out in October, maybe early November. I'm kind of excited about this. Now, you, I think, have played all these games. I haven't.
Yeah, no, I love Grand Theft Auto, and I mean, I haven't played it in forever for obvious reasons, but I will buy this for my PS4. I mean, I would love to go back and play Vice City. It is one of my all-time favorite games.
Well, I mean, obviously, just in case no one buys this is definitely Cotter's Christmas present this year. So if he doesn't treat himself, I'll definitely treat him, because this won't cost $60, right?
I wouldn't think. I mean, it is 3 games, maybe
remastered-ish.
I mean,
I'll pay $40.
Yeah,
I'll pay $40, and if it's more than that, I need someone else to pay the rest. I need a member of the Horde or someone so I can get Cotter's birthday or Christmas present.
All right, coming up next, story number 3. Travis Barker did something he said he would never, ever do again. We'll tell you what that is coming up after Stabbing Westward. This is Save Yourself, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Charles explained it to me. He goes, it wasn't political media that got me fired up last week. It was a combination of the Bay Area thrash metal playlist and having to deal with a bunch of crap and assholes while trying to work. Ride with me one day, and he goes, you'll want to chew on nails. Damn.
I'm gonna go get my coffee.
I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna try to stay positive over here. Also, I'm already half deaf. I'd probably go the rest just absolutely deaf. I was sitting in your car with you listening to thrash metal. All right, guys, coming up here in just a few moments, we'll talk about Travis Barker. He actually flew for the first time in almost 15 years. And then we have this like weird trio of updates for fast food joints, right? So Wendy's, Ihop, and Taco Bell are all doing some weird stuff. I guess, moving in, with new ideas into this new decade of ours. So kind of cool stuff. And at 7 o'clock, we're going to talk about what's your proudest parenting moment. Some of you have kids, some of you don't. I don't, obviously, so I'll be definitely talking about my dog. But what is your proudest parenting moment? If you got one and you want to share, please let us know. Heather, Wanda, thank you so much for dropping yours in to the chat already. We do appreciate that. We'll talk about that here once again at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. So my computer that I use for in studio right here, I just noticed it needs an update, and my computer is also not allowing me to actually turn up the volume right now, so I won't be able to listen to this Rockstar thing.
Oh, bummer. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Now it's letting me do it. Hold on. Sorry, guys. We're listening to this. All right, I just listened to like 10 seconds of it. I don't see that.
He said Rockstar. That was the similarity.
Yeah. If it means anything, his song Rockstar is 2 words. Nickelback's is 1. So way different. Totally different. Oh, man. It is a very busy Monday. Wanda agrees. Wanda says, so much to do today. Monday shouldn't be this busy. Yeah, I mean, even with the show, obviously got a busy show. We're going to take your calls, comments, and texts about what's your proudest parenting moment. Obviously got Big Money Monday. We're switching due to the week from Tuesdays to Mondays.
Yep.
Because we have so much going on during the week now. We got Marshall's Music News. We'll play some trivia, all sorts of fun stuff.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Marshall, I think it's official. Kourtney Kardashian has a magic vagina.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, because it's the only way.
It's accusations over there.
This next thing's possible. We've got a story about Travis Barker coming up. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. Be sure to hop on the stream. Join the Horde, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch this morning. While you're there, like, follow, and subscribe. All right, Travis Barker, of course, Blink-182 drummer, has not flown in a plane since 2008 for obvious reasons. It's in a plane crash. 6 other people were involved in the crash. 4 of them died. Now, it left Barker with like third-degree burns on 65% of his body, multiple surgeries, skin grafts, months in a burn unit. And he was like, I am never flying again.
Yeah.
That all changed on Saturday when he hopped a plane with his girlfriend, Kourtney, along with Kris Jenner as they went off to Cabo for a vacation.
So he told Kourtney, and this is something we talked about a few weeks ago, maybe months ago, that he told Kourtney, his new girlfriend, Kourtney Kardashian, yes, that Kardashian, a few months ago, that he is willing to jump back on a flight, but he doesn't want to know when because he didn't want to overthink it. So she essentially just gave him an hour heads up saying, hey, we're leaving, and that's what she would do. And she did that this weekend. Decided to go to Cabo for like just a quick little weekend getaway, and he was late. He showed up an hour late to when they were supposed to take off, probably because he was sweating profusely and wasn't able to grab the driver's wheel of his car to go to the airport. I mean, this must have been an absolutely terrifying experience for him. Now, like you said, man, I mean, he was in a plane crash. I think it was just like on the runway, right? It's like they were trying to take off and
something like that.
It was something to the effect of that, but I mean, 4 people died that were close friends of his. One guy, DJ AM, who lived, he actually died of a drug overdose a year later. I remember when I was living in Vegas, DJ AM was actually playing at the Palms He was like the resident DJ there, and he passed away while he was doing a residency there, and they actually shut down some of the lights, so it said AM for the Palms, because they shut off a few lights just in honor of him. But I remember that. I mean, and this must have been absolutely terrifying for this dude.
I'm telling you, magic vagina.
That's it?
You vow never to fly again.
Right.
All of a sudden you start dating somebody and you're like, for you, I will fly. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
I can't prove you right, so you know what? There you go.
All right, coming up next, several fast food restaurants are changing their plans. I think a lot of this is because of the pandemic. Ihop just wants to get you drunk. We got that story. It's coming up next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Can't prove you right. I'm not a celebrity. They only exclusively bang other celebrities. Morning, Rhett. How are you?
Morning, Rhett. I will say, now that Rhett's on, I know he works in South Carolina. Leaving Georgia on Thursday, the amount of cops that were on the road was ridiculous. I mean, up till Atlanta, we counted 8. 8 cops just sitting there, taking radar, pulling people over. It was nuts.
Because usually, and Rhett could probably state this, I mean, usually that's pretty active like during the end of the month, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys like try, is that like just something we made up?
The quota? You got to make your quota?
Rhett, is that real? Can you confirm that or deny that? Like at the end of the month, cops are more active to get more tickets if for some reason they're not hitting some sort of budget?
Wanda, a woman's vajayjay is a mysterious and powerful thing if presented the right way.
The right way.
Courtney's presenting it in a way that is blowing Barker's mind.
Oh, like a party hat or something?
But no, so many cops. I mean, so many cops.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Arkansas, where you can do 75, so everybody's doing like 90.
Yeah, no one's there.
Nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Not one cop. And I had no idea Arkansas had so many mountains. I mean, it was up and down all over the place. And it's like the Autobahn. You're doing 90 and you can't see what's coming up. It's nuts. Mysterious vagina voodoo.
Yeah, I drove through Arkansas once.
Yeah.
I just hit major traffic going through there, and that's like my only memory of that state. No, I actually went there twice. I went on a very small vacation to like a lake house there once when I was a kid. And then yeah, the driving memory actually outperforms the lake house memory. So if that tells you anything.
Rhett, there is no quota. Urban myth. It was probably a statewide ticket or click it type thing. That makes sense. But yeah, they were all over the place.
So your bosses don't ever say to you, like, get out there and throw some tickets to some people.
Wanda. It's true. She said I got the D 2 days in a row.
Proud of you.
Wanda's vagina also magic. Or it just presents well. I don't know. All right, so last year, Brock's Candy had the turkey dinner flavored bags of candy corn. Your wife likes that disgusting, waxy kind of candy, right? She a fan of candy corn?
Brock's Candy?
Brock's. It's the BRACH, Brock's Candy.
Oh, Brock's. I think you said Rocks.
No, Brock's
okay.
Candy. So I don't. Did she try this last year?
I don't think so.
All right, so the turkey dinner flavored bags of candy corn. So they tasted like roast turkey. There was stuffing, green beans, cranberry sauce, ginger glazed carrots, and sweet potato pie.
Definitely wouldn't have got that.
Didn't gross everybody out because it's coming back, but they're replacing 2 flavors. So 4 of the 6 are back. The turkey, stuffing, green beans, cranberry sauce.
Ugh.
They're back. Ginger glazed carrots, sweet potato pie out, being swapped out for apple pie and coffee.
Why? I guess coffee going with dessert.
I guess.
Weird. Okay.
They're in stores like Walgreens now. So there you go.
I would try that. I mean, I would be interested in trying that.
Candy corn is the worst candy in general.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Like overall in the history of candy corn's the worst.
I can't think of one.
Black licorice.
Okay, a black. You
Yeah.
know what?
Yeah.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's tough. Black licorice is up there.
Black licorice is the worst candy. It's not even candy. Whoever created that was having a bad day. Like at the licorice factory when they were making, oh, here's this red, delicious, twisty Twizzler or whatever. And they're like, make the black version. Do that one. Like, I don't think it's a good idea, guys. Just do it. It'll be fine.
I will admit that anybody who says they like black licorice, I instantly don't trust.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't trust.
Have you ever seen anyone eat that candy and have a good day afterwards?
I don't know.
Or have a good even moment trying to eat it? It's freaking gross.
My oldest loves, so you can get like the bigger jelly beans, around Easter time, and they'll have like a black licorice flavored jelly bean.
Sure.
My oldest loves those. I don't know if he's big into just straight up black licorice, but loves the black licorice flavored jelly beans. Once again, disgusting.
No. Yeah, that's all sorts of gross.
Going to talk the Field of Dreams game coming up after 7. Also, concert T-shirts. Recent survey was done for the most worn, which band has the most T-shirts out there, and then T-shirt rules, which I thought was kind of interesting. And, of course, Big Money Monday, somebody's chance to win.
So that Jake Paul fight's coming up at the end of the month. Here in like 2 weeks.
I forgot about that.
It's Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley, who's actually spent a ton of time here in Savannah. He's actually really good friends with our buddy, Musson Corbray.
Okay, yeah.
Over at the Champions Training Center. Tyron Woodley actually trained there for a little bit before one of his most recent fights over here over the last few years. Apparently, Tyron Woodley is currently doing some boxing training with Floyd Mayweather. This came out kind of over the weekend. Not something I threw on our rundown of stuff because I didn't think it was super pertinent at the time. But Jake Paul said that Floyd Mayweather didn't even have a plan to beat his brother when they did their little sparring match in Miami.
Yeah.
He goes, no way he's going to be able to help Tyron Woodley beat him. I don't know, man. The more I think about it now, I honestly think Tyron Woodley may beat Jake Paul.
You think so?
Yeah, and I know he's older. I know he's close to 40. And Jake Paul's this, 20-year-old kid who's got all the energy and all the muscles, and he's probably taking tons of steroids. I still think Tyron Woodley may beat him up.
I don't care who it is. I just want to see somebody beat one of them up. Sean, what's going on, man? Weekend was good. It was busy. First, mine involved that trip to Arkansas, but it was a good weekend.
What time did you get back?
We got back after 11 on Saturday night. Because I'm sorry. It was it was after 11 because we were going to get back earlier than that, but we ended up stopping at Trim Tab in Alabama. So it took a little bit longer. So, yeah, we got back a little after 11. It wasn't bad. Like I said, it was an easy drive, especially Saturday. It just seemed like nobody was out on the road, so that was nice.
Definitely not wearing a collared shirt, Sean. I'm wearing my shirt hoodie that I've been addicted to for these last few weeks.
You got about 3.5 minutes. Excuse me. Getting closer to the call-in topic today, your proudest parenting moment. Feel free to chime in on that, text or comment. Of course, you can always call as well. Morning, Tony.
Yeah, once again, guys, drop in what's your proudest parenting moment, and we'll share those here top the 7 o'clock hour today. Tony, I'm sure you've got one, good one there.
WWE SummerSlam is coming up on Saturday this weekend, which is not the typical day for a WWE event, typically on Sunday. But also on Friday night, AEW debuted their new show, Rampage. I was unable to watch it, just an hour-long show. But Kenny Omega lost one of his titles to Christian Cage, losing the Impact Championship.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it over the weekend, but I saw some highlights and stuff on Instagrams and the Twitters of the world. And I'm excited for that show. And obviously, there's a big pay-per-view coming up in like 2 weeks called All Out for some good old wrestling fun. So I plan on checking that out.
I was surprised they had Omega lose one of the titles. I mean, as of now, he's still wrestling Christian at All Out and not Hangman Page. But I don't know.
To dive into some wrestling talk for a quick second, we're on the downward trajectory of his title reigns. He is going to lose.
Yep.
He's going to lose all of his belts here probably over the next 2 to 3 months. And then I think he is going to be taking a break from wrestling for a while.
Oh, really? For a while?
Yeah, I think he is injured. He's been battling a bunch of like nagging injuries. So I think he's going to take probably, I would imagine, a few months off, anywhere between 3 to 6 months off, and then he'll come back as more of a baby face.
To have him and Jericho potentially out then around the same time, because Jericho's taking time off because Fozzie's hitting the road. I just really thought it would have had more impact if the first title he lost was the AEW title to Hangman Page. You know, I think that may, because that's the story they've been telling like since AEW debuted. Was that redemption arc for Hangman Page, that whole thing. So
I think stripping him and having Hangman Page take the last belt, the AEW championship off him, and completely breaking him, as Hangman's completely broken right now, as they say, is probably the story arc they're going for. Once again, nerdy wrestling stuff. What's up? Plus, I don't think you have to worry with CM Punk and Daniel Bryan coming in. And if Jericho and Omega could take a break.
Talk about a wrestling boner. Come on. So excited for that.
Oh, everyone was smoking meats this weekend, apparently. Even David Kemp, who I don't think is on the chat right now, he was actually smoking some stuff last night.
Nice.
I saw him comment on Facebook last night. I almost actually wanted to share it.
All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Now, it looks like several fast food restaurants are adjusting their game plan, and some of it, I think, to do is obviously because of the pandemic and just looking at different ways, different business models. Taco Bell is one of those. They've got this new design called Taco Bell Defy, and it's going to be focused on drive-through and delivery. It's set to make its debut in Minnesota next summer. Now, this is going to be a 2-story, 3,000 square foot Taco Bell.
Yeah, so pretty much what it is, it's like an elevated building that has a bunch of drive-thrus below it, and they drop it down. Like, remember like back in the day, like you'd go to the bank and they like shoot that canister to you. Yeah. You throw your check in there with like a bank slip or some cash or whatever. Same exact thing, except they're shooting tacos right at your face.
I can handle the burrito coming flying through at me. This is a great idea. I love this.
And apparently, from the moment they make it upstairs, it takes 6 seconds for the elevator to come down to drop the food off to you. This is pretty cool. Now they're going to build like a I don't know, Kickstarter kind of building in Minnesota instead of Brooklyn Park. And it may become more of a thing nationwide if it deems and proves itself to be successful. But, I mean, it sounds like it's going to be. I mean, I feel like Taco Bell's around the country will eventually shift to this thing. Not like over the next few years. Like over the next few decades, Taco Bell's will be like these 2-story buildings that we'll stare at like museums.
I remember the movie Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone, where Taco Bell was like the fanciest restaurant in the future.
Yeah,
it's finally happening.
This is it.
We're years away from that future of fancy Taco Bells.
Yeah,
I can't wait. Wendy's is another restaurant making some changes. They're going to open about 700 delivery-only locations. They're also called ghost kitchens. These are going to happen mostly in urban areas that aren't loaded up with Wendy's locations. So, I see this being the future for a lot of places, especially fast food. I mean, with Uber Eats and all that stuff right now, you can get a Whopper or get something from Wendy's delivered right to your door. I mean, I think we'll see this.
I almost used Uber Eats this weekend, except that the moment I actually purchased something, I was about to hit the complete order button. Apparently, the restaurant took itself off of Uber Eats because it was too busy. Yeah, and it was like Sunday morning. I was kind of hungover. Very upset at this, but I love this idea that Wendy's is going to create all these ghost kitchens to to make Wendy's more available to everyone in the U.S.
The one thing I don't like about Grubhub or Uber Eats, the few times I've ordered fast food, I understand it's a process. You're not going to get it fast, but it's always been cold. They need to figure out a way to keep my fries warm before they get into my house, because cold fries are disgusting.
Yeah, they're not the best, but that's that's what you do. That's the risk you take when you order food off of like Uber Eats.
Ihop is another restaurant making changes. This isn't pandemic related. They just want to celebrate brunch. It's recently announced about a dozen IHOP locations going to start serving beer, wine, and champagne. So it's not like it's going to be a full bar. Not doing shots in an IHOP, but you'll be able to go in and grab a beer. It sounds like they're going to add like Bud Light, Blue Moon, Corona. You got a couple champagnes, red wine, and some local beers too, depending on the location.
I don't need this. I don't need to drink beer while eating pancakes. It's like one of those combinations that just have never worked. Breakfast food and alcohol. I mean, that's why you're not supposed to start drinking until 10:30 in the morning, right? That's when breakfast ends at McDonald's.
That's true.
That's when you are legally obligated to start drinking on most days of the week.
I mean, if I go to a brunch, I'm getting a Bloody Mary. I'm not, and which they're not going to serve here. You can get a mimosa.
Yeah.
I'm not a mimosa guy.
No.
But I mean, if I'm going to a brunch, I want a Bloody Mary, and I think that's about one of the few alcohols I'm cool with breakfast.
Yeah, I don't want to hear a bunch of Southern girls saying "bless your heart" then burping loudly because they just drank a gallon of champagne at IHOP.
All right, coming up after 7 o'clock, your calls, your comments, and text 800-394-1061. What's your proudest parenting moment? I had two here, both within the past couple weeks. I'll share those, and of course, we want yours. 800-394-1061. What's your proudest parenting moment? Got your stories next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Sean says that new Taco Bell in Brooklyn Park is a dump. It'll be a rundown shithole in like 2 or 3 months. Brooklyn Park is a dump. Well, that's why land is so readily available for this new fancy Taco Bell, apparently, Sean.
All right, when this opens, Sean, you're our man on the street.
Yeah, go out there and review Taco Bell Defy.
Yeah, we want a firsthand experienced update.
I just like how they were like, let's not name it Taco Bell. Okay. Defy. We're going to defy odds that this will ever work.
Cracker Barrel in Tennessee serves beer.
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel, if I'm on the road and have time for breakfast, Cracker Barrel's my go-to.
Really?
I love their breakfast. Their hash brown casserole, delicious.
That sounds like a gut bomb.
Oh, it is.
Of a breakfast.
It is. But their hash brown casserole's good. The French toast, it's made with sourdough, delicious. They got really good grits.
I think I've been to Cracker Barrel twice, maybe 3 times ever.
That was like our go-to, because before, us both being from Illinois, it wasn't an Illinois thing in the beginning. It was more of a Southern thing, so it was like a treat to go to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. Dave, I was just talking about you. Funny enough, you're on the chat. I know David Kemp 100% smoked some meats this weekend. Glad to see Terabyte also smoked meats. Sean, I can just imagine probably smoked some sort of meats. Essentially, if you smoke meats, this show is for you. We are 100% smoking meats friendly. We are not vegetarians here on the Connor and Marsh Show. Probably should be.
Yeah, probably.
But are not, and we approve of your lifestyle choices, guys, just so you know.
We're one smoked meat away from a heart attack.
That's only what our doctors tell us. All right, guys, running into the 7 o'clock hour. What is your proudest parenting moment? Feel free to share them with us here on the chat. Also, you could call us up, 1-800-394-1061. If you got a great story and want to share it with us via phone call, or you can even just text us that same number. Feel free to drop in your stories to us. What's your proudest parenting moments?
Oh, shit.
Sean's talking about
the Taco Bell.
Brooklyn Park in Minnesota, where that Taco Bell Defy is going to go. He goes, it's not really a safe area. It's North Minneapolis. 16 shootings there 2 weekends ago. They're probably building the Taco Bell Defy in the footprint of a burnt down building. Yikes. Hell yeah. Steaks Friday and 2 huge racks of ribs yesterday. Yeah, David, I saw your post just last night about your ribs. They look delicious. Tony says, Does using smoke for my daughter gender reveal count?
As smoking meats.
Sure. Yeah, why not? How would you use? How would that happen?
No.
I don't know. Does ribs represent a boy? One singular rib for that baby boy penis. What? But good luck with that.
I'm going to go check the air because I don't know about you, but I'm warm.
Okay. I think he's going through menopause, guys. No big deal. They make smoke bombs. It's a girl. Oh, that's good. Well, way to ruin it. Jesus. Also, can we stop gender reveal parties? Does it really matter? Can't you just have a regular party and just scream out to everyone without the small chance of creating a forest fire with using stupid things like bombs? How is it like every single year that happens? Why is there like a forest fire that like literally burns down an entire city because one person's like, I want everyone to know that I'm having a boy. And they're just shooting off bombs and firecrackers and shit. Why is that still a thing? Why are we allowing that? So I was doing show notes yesterday, and I just looked through everything, and I have everything set up except for the T-shirt stuff. I realized I just took a screenshot of some of the breakdowns, and I didn't put them on my show notes.
Hey, Holly.
What an idiot. We did it in a witch's cauldron during staff Halloween photos. Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, so this weekend I didn't have a lot going on, so I have a bunch of personal stuff that I'm doing with like Labor Day and stuff. So I was updating stuff, and I realized, it's almost Christmas card season. I always do a Christmas card, and I send it out to a bunch of people every year. And usually it's themed like Star Wars or like I did one Mad Max last year, so I was coming up with some concepts on some ideas for that. Also, we have an ad that we're going to have in Connect Savannah that we didn't know we had it until last week. So I was coming up with a few ideas there for it. So our guy Brennan Bresden's going to do it for us because I paid him a lot of money this weekend, and I came up with like two ideas. One was going to be like a hurricane,
okay,
because it's hurricane season, obviously. So one is kind of based on a hurricane, and the other is just graffiti.
Okay.
So I sent him a bunch of our pictures that we did right when we first started the show.
Right.
I sent him some of that stuff. So he's going to come up with some concepts. We have 2 weeks before it's due. So I think he's going to shoot me some concepts by the end of the week of what it could look like, and then we'll choose one and go from there.
Speaking of Christmas cards, should we do a show Christmas card?
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah. Send it out to the horde?
Yeah. Like you want to like print them up and mail them out, or just
send them out?
Okay. You're in charge of that.
I'll do it.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Nah, I'll be fine.
As a guy who does Christmas cards every year, that sounds like a lot of work.
I don't, so
yeah.
We'll do this one.
Yeah. What are we looking at time-wise?
We've got about 7 minutes.
All right.
Got Adrenaline from 0936. Got Mud Shovel from Stained. And then we'll talk proud parenting moments.
Wanda, don't you worry. Cotter put the stamp of guarantee on the Christmas card. So
I'll do it. Yeah. No, we come up with a Christmas card. We'll put out, we'll get you guys' addresses, put something up on the website. So you don't want everybody to see where you live. I get it.
No, just share it. Who gives a shit? Let's do it. All right, guys. Once again, diving in here in the next few moments in regards to what is your proudest parenting moment. I know you guys got some. We've had a few people who've shared, but I feel like we got a couple more in you. Once again, what is your proudest parenting moment? David Kemp, you probably got one. Tony, I know there's one inside of you that you're just begging to get out. Holly, maybe you have one. Sean, I don't think you're allowed to have children by law. So sorry about that. Rhett, if you're around and you got the kids, man, what is your proudest parenting moment? Go ahead and drop them into the chat, or feel free to go ahead and give us a call, 1-800-394-1061. Are we getting a call right there?
That's not from us.
Oh, okay.
Not for us.
I didn't know if the light needed to be reset or not. Wanda has requested that you be in green tights for this Christmas card. Just a heads up there.
All right. Depending what the theme of the card is.
We have another song, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have like 5 minutes.
Okay. So I'm looking at the story right here. So Hugh Jackman was asked about playing Wolverine again for some reason. So in an interview, Jackman was asked about the recent rumors of him potentially dropping into a Marvel Cinematic Universe film. And he said, well, the fact is that I'm hearing this from you, and there's nothing in my inbox from Kevin Feige means it's probably, no matter what the idea I came up with, not on the table. Let's be clear there. Because I realized before we shot Logan, we got the idea. We knew that it was going to be, and I thought this is it. And that really helped me. It really helped to know I was going into my last season when it was my last season, and I made the most of it. Last season being the last filming of the Logan film.
I mean, if you're going to have any sort of crossover and you want there to be, a holdover from, the first go with the X-Men, I think he makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Because he's, you have other characters, within the timeline being played by different people, which is, fine, work for the story, but he was Wolverine throughout all of it. So, I mean, I think it would make a lot of sense. I would love to see it. I mean, you can't tell me he wouldn't do it if it wasn't right. I think he would. I think he'd come back.
He says, tell that to whomever you want. Please tell it to Ryan Reynolds because he doesn't believe it and he thinks I'm joking.
I don't know. I think I think if the story was right, he's not going to commit to 10 movies.
No.
But if it was, the reason the door got open, I think he would.
Morning, Jeremy. How are you? Once again, doing a call in here in about 4 minutes, jumping on the air with your stories. Once again, what's your proudest parenting moment? Once again, what is your proudest parenting moment? Drop in your stories via the chat today, or you can do it via text or phone call, 1-800-394-1061. Yeah, I would like to see Hugh Jackman go back to that role, but also I think it's fine if he doesn't.
No, I don't think it's a necessity, but I just think it'd be cool if it did. And if they're looking to connect it in any way like that, I think that'd be a good way to do it. Excuse me. Did you watch? I haven't yet, but did you watch the Marvel cartoon? What If?
No,
Okay.
I haven't. I did catch up on Rick and Morty.
Yeah, dude, this season is one of the best. If you haven't watched it, if you're a fan of Rick and Morty, this one is really a world builder with some of the stuff they dropped in, I think, the Bird Person episode about the past and his family. And I mean, it's really, I stand by it. Once this is done, you're going to be able to look back, and this will be one of the best put together reveals or massive story at the end. And I think a lot of that little stuff that we've seen over the first few seasons will have meant something. And I think this season really kind of set that in going forward.
Yeah, I really liked the Bird Person episode. That was a lot of fun. Morning, Sandy. Thanks for joining us this morning. Mamacita, you probably have a story for us. What is your proudest parenting moment? What is your proudest parenting moment? Feel free to share it with us on the chat here. We got that coming up this hour. We also have Big Money Monday coming up this hour as well.
All right, got about 2 minutes left.
Yeah, my computer definitely needs the reboot. It is having a slow time over here.
Speaking of Walking Dead, I started rewatching season 10 over the weekend.
Is that where you stopped?
Yeah, I watched the first several episodes because I started watching the premiere and I went, okay, I've seen this. And then I watched the second one and I'm like, okay, I've seen this. It's so weird because it's like that season, the way they split it up, and because of the pandemic and they had to cut everything short, it felt like this was so long ago. I thought that was like 9 and season 10 was completely different. It's not. But I'm going to catch up and watch it, and I am going to watch the last season. It's like I definitely took a break there in the middle, but been hanging out with that show for way too long. I'll finish it up.
I'll pass. I'll still pass. How do you want to run this break? Got 1 minute before we go on the air.
I got mine. Obviously, I can share mine. We got a slew of things from the Facebook page. You got a couple from.
Yeah, I got 3 over here. Yeah.
Okay. We want to do mine, and then because I think mine won't be like super long, but I mean they'll be quicker than or longer than some of the normal stuff. So do mine and do like 1 or 2 of those, and wrap this one up, and then come back for the next break.
Yeah. All right, so you and I'll do 1 or 2, and then you'll come back, and then you'll do a couple from the Facebook or whatever. Did you want to do that or no?
Yeah, that's fine. All right, guys, be right back. What is your proudest parenting moment? I had 2, and they both have happened within the past couple weeks, which is actually pretty cool. Get to those in a second. And don't forget, jump on the stream. Join the Horde. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can watch the show each and every morning while you're there hanging out. Like, follow, and subscribe. That way you know what's going on with the show when we're off the air. You can see what's going on online with some of the video stuff we're doing. All right, call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. What is your proudest parenting moments? So I've had 2 recently, and both involving, my different kids. My oldest went to college 2 years ago, Kent State in Ohio. Was going to go for fashion design. Went for a couple years, and I don't think it's for him. And I dropped out of college. I get it; it's not for everybody.
Right.
So he was like, I'm going to take a gap year, which I think will be gap years, which is fine. But he had rented an apartment in Ohio. And so he was going to go back regardless. And he was going to go back and work at Five Guys. That's what he had done last year when he was going to school. But he was able to land a full-time job. And I always question my oldest work ethic sometimes. Super good kid, likes to hang out and have fun. Work isn't always a top priority.
Right.
But got this job at the apartment complex that he's living at, and he's doing maintenance work. He's helping people move in. He's cleaning stuff up. For the first 2-3 weeks, it was 7 days a week. I mean, he has 55 hours in overtime over the past few weeks.
That's great.
So the fact that he has stepped up, he has done this job, he has accepted responsibility, really made me proud and made me happy that he was able to do that. And I don't want to say I was surprised, but part of me was.
It sounds like you're surprised.
No, part of me was definitely surprised because I had different concerns for both of my kids as they went to school. And this, for the oldest, was, can he be responsible? And the fact that he has shown that over the past month or so made me proud. I was super thrilled with that.
Wait till he throws a rager in an empty apartment and then gets arrested, and then you could be unproud. But yeah, at this moment, I think you should be proud.
You know what? The first arrest, if it's minor, I don't know. Maybe I'll be proud of that too.
It should be free at this point, right? Like, as someone who's been arrested before, I feel like your first arrest should be on the house. As long as it's not a major thing, like
right.
As long as you didn't murder anyone, first one's on us. That type of thing. Why not?
My second recent proud moment came with just this weekend. We took my youngest to school in Arkansas, going for architecture, and my youngest is different than my oldest. School will not be a problem. Be very focused on it. I know we'll do a great job. It's everything else around it. She's in her head a lot. She has a hard time meeting people and going out of her way. And she'll probably kill me for saying this, but before we left on Friday night, we went out of her dorm room because her roommate was still in there, and we went to the stairwell down the hall from her dorm room, and she just cried. She's like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how to live without you guys, because it's not like we babied and coddled her. We just always were there. Never got a driver's license. The pandemic was weird over the past 2 years. You're not going out and doing things.
Yeah.
So, this was such a big step for her. So then we talked to her yesterday, and we thought her roommate would be, she needs that roommate. Seemed very confident, very, let's go do some stuff. Well, it was my kid who took the roommate out and was like, let's go get lunch. Let's go meet some people. Because the roommate kind of fell into the same funk that my kid did during the pandemic. It was just like, I don't want to do stuff, get inside my head. But it was my kid that took her out and met people. And my kid has just kind of made it a purpose. It's like, I'm going to go out, I'm going to hang out in the lobby and, talk to people and do all this stuff. So she has stepped out of her comfort zone multiple times already in just 2 days.
I would have thought she would have cried just because you were leaving her in the state of Arkansas. I would have cried just for that fact. But no, good for her. Good for her. Those are some good, proud parenting moments, Cotter. Now, we did get one here on the chat that I want to share because this is a heartstring tugger. Wanda says, I got one. Brianna got a kick-ass lightsaber for her birthday. We found out that her cousins weren't going to have a Christmas. This obviously was within the past few years. She goes, she told Tony, her father, to sell her lightsaber, and we bought toys for the cousins who weren't having a Christmas. She goes, that is a proud parenting moment.
When kids do stuff like that, it is one of the coolest things ever. And you kind of feel as a parent, it's like, I didn't completely screw them up. That's a win.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you're like, in a few years, you'll see that life will beat you down, but and then you won't do nice things anymore. But, it's nice to have that childlike innocence doing nice things for people.
All right, what are some of your proudest parenting moments? Give us a call, comment, or text 800-394-1061. Got one I want to share real quick off the Facebook page. Carolyn Wolverton. Now, Lauren Wolverton is going to join us on the air tomorrow.
That's right.
For a brand new feature. We'll get to that in a minute. But she came on a couple weeks back for Beer for Breakfast. Now, her mom was saying, watching Lauren have beer for breakfast with Cotter and Marshall. Duh.
That's her proudest parenting moment.
Her proudest parenting moment.
I'm very worried about what Lauren's accomplished in her life. She's still very young.
That's true.
She'll still be able to do some stuff, Mom, but I wouldn't say that's going to be the proudest moment you have of her.
All right, call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. What is your proudest parenting moment? We'd love to get some of your calls on. Hit us up now. More of your stories coming up. All good things. It's for the glory. Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 1061.
Sandy, thank you so much for sharing your story there. That's awesome. A little 2-for-1 in hers. All right, I know this song's a little short, and I know we're going to come back out of it. So how do you want to do this next one? I could do a short one myself.
Yeah, okay.
And then if you have a few.
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah. So I'll dump into Sandy's for the final break.
Okay. So you'll do one. I'll read a couple.
I'll do mine. Mine's very, very short.
That's fine.
But yeah, so we could do that. You could do some from the Facebook, and then I'll share Sandy's because it's kind of a twofer, and it's pretty funny.
And we ended on Sandy's there?
Yeah, unless we want to extend
we'll end this break on Sandy's.
Yeah, we'll end the break on Sandy, and then we'll see what we want to do with the third break if we have enough. We have more than enough. It's just
I get it.
If we have something. Oh, there's Lauren's mom right there. She goes, "Good morning, guys. No way did I think Cotter was old enough to have college-age kiddos."
Yeah, I know, right? 2 of them.
That is so funny. We were just talking about you. Honestly, I didn't think Carolyn watched the show, but now I know she does. It's like having a guardian angel over the show.
Right?
Carolyn's our guardian angel. She's watching over us from the heavens. I did see, I saw Lauren on Thursday, so I was at the Small Business Expo. So when we were off the air, I actually went and did things. So I went to the Small Business Expo over at the DeSoto with the Savannah Chamber of Commerce, and I saw Lauren there. And I only noticed Lauren because she was wearing the most outrageous orange plaid pants. I literally could see her from a mile away.
Right.
I didn't get a chance to talk to her on Thursday, but Jesus Christ, her pants were screaming.
But Carolyn, she's going to be back on the air with us tomorrow, and she'll be every Tuesday, 9 o'clock.
For a while, because what we're doing starting tomorrow, I'll talk about it on the air, I'm sure. What we're starting tomorrow is we're starting a new feature called Explain the Bachelor. So it's Bachelor in Paradise, which actually runs by different rules than your typical Bachelor. style show.
Just a free-for-all.
Lauren kind of explained it to me via message over the weekend. So I'm going to try to catch some of it tonight. So I'm not going completely blind into our new segment. But 9 o'clock tomorrow, 9 a.m., Lauren Wolverton of Connect Savannah is going to come in and explain The Bachelor. New series. Very excited about it. Can't wait to get that started. Now, on a side note, when it comes to reality television, I have started watching a new reality television series.
What?
It's called F-Boy Island.
Okay, you brought this up last week.
Yeah, F-Boy Island. It's on HBO Max. Nicole and I watched the first episode and a half before I had to go to bed last night.
Right.
It is the dumbest dating show ever, and it's fantastic because of it.
I mean, just with the name alone, you would expect nothing less.
Yeah, it's three ladies who are looking for the love of their life.
They're gonna find it on F-Boy.
They're sick of messing with F-boys.
Sure.
So there's 24 guys, 12 are F-boys, 12 are nice guys. And the goal is to get with a nice guy and to weed out the F-boys.
They're gonna end up all F-boys will be left.
Totally.
All right, be right back, guys. What is your proudest parenting moment? Give us a call now, 800-394-1061. You can also text us or comment on the chat.
So I'm not a father that I know of, Cotter.
That's true.
That I know of. No one's come ringing on the doorbell as of this moment.
Dude, I am praying that eventually in the history of this show, we get to have a Maury moment. You know, where we get to do the paternity test.
Marshall is the father.
We got the kids sitting here, Mike 3 on camera.
Yeah.
Just, red hair.
Nothing will be more devastating to this possible future child of mine. It's like, hey, so we're going to determine whether you're my kid or not by doing a radio bit.
Best moment on the show ever.
All right. Well, I'm not a father, to what I know. But I am a dog father. And I know people are like, dogs aren't the same as kids, blah, blah, blah. Those are just... broken down people those are just broken down people.
It's not the same.
It
is so not the same.
Those are broken down people who don't understand what love is anymore because children have broken them from love, right?
No, I love my dog.
Right.
Mr. Blonde's fantastic.
Exactly. Well, you love him now because you got the dog to replace your children because they're all gone now. and you got your dog a year ago.
Yeah, we got him during the pandemic.
Yeah. And you knew your kids were leaving, right?
100%.
Yeah. So you got the dog to replace your kids. Will you just admit that right now?
Yeah, I mean, to replace?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah. Because you ain't. How many kids do you have now?
In my house? None.
In your area code?
None.
Exactly. How many dogs do you have?
I got one.
Essentially. Yeah.
That's true.
So get one more dog. You replace both kids. So I'm a dog father. And my proudest moment, because once again, I'm not a father to what I know, taught my dog how to roll over. That was a big moment.
We've been trying to do that with Mr. Blonde. So I need some tips now because it's not, shake, done, sit, done, stay, no
easy.
problem. Roll over. Hasn't quite grasped the concept.
It's all about the treats, baby. It's all about reinforcement and treats. And from the very beginning, getting my dog just to lay down, that was a task. Once he learned how to do that, and me essentially just taking his body and then rolling him over and then giving him a treat and then doing that 12 times. I can't believe he didn't puke all over me.
All the treats.
10 pounds of treats. But we did that for a week straight. And he learned how to roll over. The thing is, he won't just do it just to do it. You have to literally have a treat in front of his face and then he'll play the game. But if you don't, he doesn't do the rollover thing. But that was a proud parenting moment for me between my dog and I.
Oscar Crosby hit us up on Facebook with the same kind of thing. He taught his dog to drop a ball on command.
Okay.
When I did that with Mr. Blonde, that was a game changer. Because before you're trying to tug stuff out of their mouths, you can't play because they won't let go of it.
What do you say to make that happen?
All I do is it doesn't technically drop it. You just put both your hands on the side of his mouth or whatever he's holding on to. Let's go instantly. And it's just so simple.
Right.
And a complete game changer. Is very happy. All right, you can call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. What is your proudest parenting moment? Mark Richardson, he hit us up on Facebook, and he said, I'd have to say, watching my children grow up, start their own families, and become parents themselves.
Right, so he could see the agony of what it was like to raise them on their faces. So he can be like, you see?
Just sitting back, drinking a beer. Told you. David Flick, he said, my son being able to beat the crap out of me in chess.
Oh, okay. Not physically.
No, just in chess. Chess is hard. I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
There's too much going on.
Yeah, there's just too many things could do different things, and I don't like that.
All right, call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. What's your proudest parenting moment?
All right, we got kind of a twofer on the stream from our friend Sandy. She goes, when my son received his 5th grade diploma on stage, he made his mama proud when he did the Ray Lewis entrance dance and got a standing ovation. Really?
Oh, that's awesome.
Really? That happened?
fun.
Did it happen here in Georgia, or did it happen up in Baltimore? She goes, on a serious note, I am extraordinarily proud of my son now for adapting to his new lifestyle change. Recently, he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Like a champ, he's been handling it. So kudos to Sandy's kid right there, taking care of business.
I want your stories. What's your proudest parenting moment? Call, comment, or text 800-394-1061. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Carolyn, which is Lauren's mom, says you'll have to get Lauren to share her no F boys fine piece of artwork she has in her apartment. Oh, okay. We'll definitely ask her about that. It's a great. Thank you for sharing that. Sean says, Cotter, did you get that coffee picture blown up at all for your old ass eyes? They may not be on sale anymore.
Oh,
Probably
shoot.
would be against you. Oh, okay.
No, I forgot to look. Let me do that now. Yeah, I was trying to, I looked at it on my phone. I'm like, I can't read any of this, man. That was bad.
Oh, bye, Tony. Have a good day.
See you, Tony. Not still. Jesus Christ.
You couldn't read on your phone? You couldn't just blow it up?
I still can't read
You're
it.
so old.
French toast. French toast.
This is just a grown-ass man doing a titty shot right now on the camera.
All I can read is French toast.
Wow.
So French toast sounds delicious.
Wow.
I can't read those, man. I'm sorry. Well, it's like I've had these glasses, I want to say for a couple years now, and I think I'm due another pair. But I got these for free, and they're the bifocals, and those are expensive.
Sean, you're asking him to use technology. You know that won't work out very well. He says, click on it and blow up the picture.
It is. I mean, it's full screen.
He does have it on a computer screen right now, like literally in front of him. He has 2 screens that are kind of stacked on one another. The top one, it's about as big as it can get.
Yeah. They're all the names are just blurry. Sorry. Yeah.
Too funny.
All right.
What do you want to do for the third break here? We can.
do you have any left that you like? Yeah, I've got a bunch of smaller ones.
Yeah, I mean, I got one from Charles that I like. I mean, it's not like we don't have like a funny one to go out on with. Do you have one over here in the?
So I'm looking through now.
So are we in like this tropical depression now? Where are we going to get all this rain? Is what I'm hearing. Tropical depression, Fred.
Yeah. So we kind of lucked out because there's Fred and then there's Grace coming right afterwards, and we're trying to keep an eye on everything, while we're in Arkansas, knowing what we're going to come back to. And it looks like, because initially it looked like Grace was coming, toward us, and that completely shifted. So I think once again, it's just like all summer, it's just more rain. It's just going to rain again. But I'll take that over, any sort of hurricane. So that's fine. But yeah, Fred now, and then Grace. Grace looked like initially it was going to come up on the coast, and now it looks like it's just going toward like the Gulf of Mexico.
Cool with me.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Sorry, Gulf of Mexico.
Sorry, Gulf of Mexico. Don't take it personal. All right, guys, coming up next, we're going to be talking some Big Money Monday. Obviously, going to get your text messages into us so we can choose someone to play for. $50 gift card is up for grabs from us. We'll also talk about the Field of Dreams. You said you got some audio for that, right?
Yeah, I got some of Kevin Costner's speech. This is one thing, and I unfortunately couldn't watch the game, or didn't watch the game, but I've seen highlights, I've seen reaction to it. Major League Baseball got something right with this.
Just stunning.
It's shocked.
Yeah.
So we'll talk more about it. It looked awesome.
I am there is one thing I don't like about it, but I'll save that for the break.
Jeopardy has announced 2 permanent hosts.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mame, I always mispronounce her name. Blossom, if you're old like me from back in the 90s. And Sheldon's girlfriend from Big Bang Theory.
Mm-hmm.
So they really liked her. I mean, they wanted her to just take the job. They wanted her to be the permanent host. But she's on another TV show. She's got a podcast. She does a bunch of other stuff. So she's going to host specials,
right?
Primetime specials, and when something cool happens, she's going to be the host during the Daily Show, just the syndicated show that's on every day. Mike Richards, who is the executive producer of the show, he's going to be that go-to everyday host.
Yeah, people don't like that because Mike Richards was there, and he's hosted game shows before.
Okay,
they just wanted kind of a bigger name to kind of
I get it
for it, but it's what is it? Mayim
Bialik. I mispronounce.
What's her name?
Every time.
I can't say it either, apparently.
Yeah, Blossom from the 90s.
Obviously, I've never followed her career enough to even try to pronounce her name correctly.
Yeah. I mean, she's a legit neuroscientist, too. I mean, she's uber smart.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't see her host, but obviously the producers and everybody loved her.
There's less work and more money into just hosting Jeopardy, apparently, though, than actually helping humanity. Yeah, dude. Just with the rain and everything, I don't know if you got a chance to look at your rain app. We have a 60% chance of thunderstorms literally throughout the majority of the day.
Yeah.
All the way into tomorrow. So, yeah, with that and the heat, Jeremy even on the chat goes, I'll take this yucky rain over that 100-degree plus heat we've been having. Still, it's just going to be... If the sun does come out in between these rain pockets we're going to hit, it's just going to make everything just brutal. It's going to be one of those situations where steam is coming off the pavement type of deal.
That's true. You know what it means for trivia tonight? Big crowd. That's the theory at New Realm. Whenever it rains, people come in. My last night to host trivia, though, if everything goes well.
Good for you.
Nice.
Charles says, I need to do a podcast. I'll call it Bald, Sexy, and Angry.
I like it.
All right, you can put it on our network. We don't have one yet, but
when we get there.
Yeah. Your podcast is part of the Cotter and Marsh Show network. Trademarked. Boom. It's ours.
Sean, I'm sorry. French roast, not toast. Balls. French toast sounds delicious. I'm a fan of a dark roast.
Always have been. All right, Big Money Monday is coming up here in just a little bit, guys. Please text us your first name and then a number between 1 and 9 for your chance to win a $50 gift card. Go ahead and text us right now, and we'll we'll roll for Big Money Monday here in just a minute.
Morning, A-Dub. How's it going?
Yeah, we get $1,500 per episode of the show that we do. For podcasts, we're going to have to slim that down. I'll give you $10. $10 an episode.
All right, so we'll wrap up with just a couple of short stories here. You want to end with Charles's? Because, I don't have anything.
Computer is running so slow this morning.
I don't have anything too epic either to go out on.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I could do that.
Okay.
So you're going to start off?
Yeah, I'll read 2 or 3.
Okay.
And then if you got just Charles's or if you got another, that's
I'll bring up Heather's real quick, and then we'll go right into Charles and kind of wrap that up.
Love it. All right, we got about a minute and a half. About a minute and a half.
Cam goes, I would love to hear Vic's podcast on the Cotter and Marshall Network.
Yes.
Yeah, so Vic's podcast is about 3 minutes long, and he does an episode once every 3 months. So it's not very consistent, but the 3 minutes that you get is going to be incredible.
Pure Vic.
We pay him nothing. We pay him a 6-pack once a month of whatever trash beer that's in our fridges that we don't want to drink. And he happily does it.
It's true. Doesn't take much. Keep Vic happy.
Why aren't you logging in? Are you logged into ZipWhip? I can't.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything there?
Not story-wise. We're getting Big Money Monday numbers.
All right. You may have to pick that because my computer is
okay.
running real slow because it wants to update, and I'm not allowing it.
Okay. We got about 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
All right. Going to wrap up our proudest parenting moment story, and then pretty much go right into Big Money Monday and the rest of this hour. Got Dude of the Week coming up. We'll play some trivia. Marshall's Music News coming up on the back half of the show today.
All right, guys. Be right back. What is your proudest parenting moment? You can still call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. Get to a few on the Facebook page. Eliza said, my son becoming a United States Marine. I know my uncle became a Marine like basically right out of high school. My grandfather was a lifetime military. So I remember my grandparents being uber proud of my uncle once he made that step into become a Marine.
Yeah, my brother, he actually went into the Army first. I remember my dad, we went to like the ceremony and everything. My dad was very proud of him for that. He was actually a Navy guy himself. So that was kind of the military tradition. So yeah, I definitely get that.
And then I let my grandma down.
Oh, same here, yeah.
When I did not join the military. Terry Evans hit us up on Facebook when both my sons graduated law school.
Oh.
Terry, I'm proud of you for.
Are they twins?
I don't know.
It was like a stepbrother situation.
They work so hard. Terry, hats off to you. I'm guessing you were involved with some of that bill.
Yeah,
I'm proud. I'm proud of you.
Maybe it was a BOGO situation. One son got into college, the other one went for free.
All right, Red also hit us up. Watching my girls grow up, do first-time stuff, jumping off diving board, catching the school bus for first grade. I mean, those little moments mean so much.
Drinking their first beer, smoking their first joint.
I know, right?
I noticed that no one wrote that.
All of those moments, though, are mean so much. At least as a parent, they meant a lot for me. So I completely get that.
So Heather Davis here on the stream says, proud parenting moment was when my oldest daughter was accepted into early college high school and then graduated in 2017. Charles also said, proudest parenting moment, no single thing stands out. We just have really good kids. He goes, I think the thing that stands out the most is people, not friends, but just random people compliment us on how great our kids are, work ethics, manners, compassion, etc.
That makes a whole lot of sense. That's a good one. All right, coming up next, your chance to win a $50 gift card. Going to get to Big Money Monday. First, Nirvana and In Bloom, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. Damn it.
The hell's wrong? Clear your throat.
Brian.
Are you on a new medication or something? What the hell's wrong with you? That or this building's slowly killing you.
I think I'll blame the building.
All right, guys, once again, we're going into Big Money Monday, your chance to win $50 of our boss's cash. 1-800-394-1061. Text us your first name and the number between 1 and 9 for your chance to roll.
So I went running yesterday.
Did you now?
I did. So I'm slowly but surely. The first time I went went out. Goal was 2 miles. Ran the first mile. Walked basically the second. I got a mile and a half without stopping. It was just under a 10-minute mile pace. Walked probably a majority of that last half mile, but ran a little bit more. But felt way better afterwards than I did the first time out the previous Sunday. My body didn't hurt this morning when I woke up, so that was a plus.
Don't worry, it's one of those delayed pains.
Probably.
You'll be limping tomorrow into the studio.
But went out on my run, felt good. So that was nice. So goal is at least every Sunday, but I'm going to try to build some more in throughout the week.
Are you going to try to fit in like a rock and roll marathon this year?
My goal is Bridge Run. I'd like to try the 10K version. I should have plenty. I've done it in the past.
So many Ks.
I did it once when it was, more in shape. So, but no. So the goal is the Bridge Run, which should give me plenty of time to, even if it's just the 5K, give me plenty of time to get back in shape to where I can pull it off without walking. That's the goal.
10 Ks, man. I mean, the South loves Ks, but generally just in threes.
Yeah.
Terabyte recommends that we put Vic and Charles on a podcast. He says definitely would be the new Man Show. I'm not going to lie. I think the guys would not care for each other. I would give Vic and Charles from the Horde a total of 10 minutes before Charles slaps the piss out of Vic right across his face.
Yes, 100%.
100%. Carolyn, have a great time at the gym. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow with your daughter, 9 a.m. right here, Cotter and Marsh Show. Can't wait. Yeah, Charles and Vic would be an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
Those are two personalities that I don't think would work well with one another, especially if Vic was drinking, which is just about every day. All right, guys, diving into Big Money Monday and, of course, Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams game was this past weekend. Major League Baseball did a pretty big production of it. It was supposed to happen last year.
Yeah.
I think Cardinals were originally supposed to play.
Oh, really?
Right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, the 2020 game, which was canceled, I think included the St. Louis Cardinals. Let me double check that.
Yeah, I meant to watch it. It was like the most watched Major League Baseball game in like 16 years or something stupid.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe it was just a redo. I could be wrong on that, but
yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I remember them. They were supposed to do it last year, but I don't remember if there was different teams or not.
They started building in August of 2019.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was the same teams. My bad.
Okay, that's cool. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Want to score a $50 gift card? Of course you do. Your chance to win Big Money Monday is coming up here in a few minutes. If you want to participate, all you got to do, drop us a text, 800-394-1061. Really simple. We just need your first name and one number, 1 through 9. Don't hit us up with like 37. We're not going to pick you if you do. One number. 1 through 9.
Yeah, and then we'll randomly choose one person to roll for. If we hit your number on any one of those balls, well, you'll win $50 from our boss, A-Dub. You just will, and we love that. I mean, we have a celebration. We sing songs. I shoot off this money gun that I bought for $21 off of Amazon. I mean, we have a great time in studio, and that's why it's very important that you watch the live stream with us.
That's true. So text us in now. Participate in Big Money Monday, 800-394-1061. So last week, Major League Baseball, for the first time in years, got something right with the Field of Dreams game. Now, it was supposed to happen last year, got canceled because of the pandemic. So Iowa hosted their first ever Major League Baseball game. Now, this was not on the actual diamond they used in the movie, which is still there.
Right.
They built a separate one right next to it so it can hold like 8,000 fans.
Yeah, so it was like, I don't know, 200, 300 yards away from the original field. Kevin Costner came out. They did this like pump-up video with Kevin Costner, and it was incredible. Then they actually had him walk out of the cornfield, out of center field, and it was an amazing moment.
Good afternoon. "30 years ago, 30. On the other side of that corn, we filmed a movie that stood the test of time. Tonight, thanks to that enduring impact that little movie had, it's allowed us to come here again But now we're on a field that Major League Baseball made. Is this heaven? I don't think I heard you. Is this heaven?
And he got paid a lot of money for saying
Yes,
that.
it is.
I mean, you roll Kevin Costner out every year because according to Commissioner Rob Manfred, they are going to do this again next year. I mean, when he's 90, you wheel him out in the wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to be part of this every single year.
Yeah, I mean, this is the equivalent of the NHL doing their outdoor game. I mean, this thing's awesome. Yeah, you need to do it every year. And yeah, they didn't build this stadium for one game.
Yeah.
They should do it every single year. But like teams like the Cardinals and the Cubs, like all the Midwest teams, they have to play there eventually.
Yes.
Now, the first game was between the White Sox and the Yankees. The White Sox won in like an absolute epic fashion with a walk-off home run at the end of the game. They shot off fireworks from the manual scoreboard in the outfield. I mean, this thing was so cool.
There was 8 home runs total in the game, so it was kind of like everything you wanted.
Oh, it was a dinger fest, dude. You kidding me?
And the Yankees lost. So
pretty great.
It was now. This is one thing Major League Baseball has gotten right. There's so many that I think most of us feel they haven't. I mean, can they take this moment and grow from this? Is there other things they can do? Because this was the most watched baseball game in like 16 years. People were excited to see this.
Yeah, Major League Baseball, no, they will not do anything to grow from this. They'll just keep rehashing this every year. Like you said, they'll wheel Kevin Costner out in a wheelbarrow because, budgets will get cut. And it'll happen every single year. I'm just excited they finally did it.
All right, we've got Big Money Monday coming up. You still got time to enter. Just text us your name and a number 1 through 9, 800-394-1061. Chance to win a $50 gift card coming up next. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Ooh, A-Dub says James Earl Jones needs to be there.
Oh, dude, good call. Good call.
Make it come out in like a really fat Darth Vader costume. He makes it halfway out but falls over from heat exhaustion. Andrew, good morning, man. Rhett, welcome back. Glad you guys are hanging with us this morning. Obviously, we're right in the middle of Big Money Monday. It's still have an opportunity for you guys to text into us 1-800-394-1061. Text in with your first name and then just a number between 1 and 9. Choose one number, and then we'll randomly choose one of you to roll for. And if your number shows up one of those bingo balls, we'll hook you up with $50 of our boss's money. I do have access to. Okay. Finally, it just it took a second.
So I had an idea as I was out running.
Did it hurt?
Yes, both the idea and the running. No. I was going to do the hash thing, and I'm still thinking about doing that. It was less running involved than I was hoping for. It's just basically you go out and, like I said, extreme hike and drink beer, which is fun. People there are cool. But I was thinking, maybe if there's people listening or people on the Horde, if once a week, couple times a month, we involve like a run, just a 3 mile, maybe 3 mile run, start and end at a brewery. So we go for a little run, sit down, have some drinks, then part ways and do it again in a couple weeks. So I'm tossing around that idea of maybe doing something like that with if there's anybody listening on the air or on the stream that would like to run. Use a little incentive and then have beers afterwards.
I'll pass.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm out. You lost me at when you started talking. Juana says, me run? You're asking a lot for people.
Some people will. It's not for everybody. I get it. It's not for me most days.
Yeah, I'll good luck with that. I think you'll do great. Oh, I think Vic's listening this morning. Vic just texted in on the line, wants to be a part of Big Money Monday. I don't know if we'll choose him.
Wanda, I'll walk joggish. That's all we're looking for. I ain't looking to break any records. Just an excuse to go out. Like I said, beers are always involved. All right, so we got a couple minutes of commercials. Going to get into some Rise Against. Well, actually, we may just come out of commercials. We're just going to come out of commercials.
Okay.
Move Rise Against down. Cool. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
So with legalized gambling kind of taking effect over, I mean, states are passing it one by one. It's happening all over the place. Once again, Georgia will be the very last one in like 20 years. Apparently, Jay-Z is going to be opening up one in New York. He had just applied to open a sports book there. I mean, the group that I see kind of taking over the largest is Barstool Sports. They seem to be opening up a new sports book in every damn state. Michigan, I think they just opened up one in Virginia this past weekend.
Didn't they announce like a bowl game too?
Yeah, they have a bowl game announced after them in Arizona. I think it's the Arizona Bowl.
Yeah,
but it's the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. I mean, they're making big moves,
and they're going to stream that because it wasn't a TV deal, right? It was for them.
I think it's them streaming, and then it's Big Cat and Dave Portnoy calling the game. So it should be very interesting,
dude. Like it or not, I mean, like them or love them. Damn, they've done so much, though. You know, it's like they've thought outside the box. They have done different things. They have turned that thing into just such an enterprise, man.
Ryan says, I believe it's jogging or yogging. Might be a soft J. Also, Sean says, Marshall will just wait at the brewery. Y'all run up and greet y'all with a beer in each hand. Yeah, here's the thing. I'll be at the brewery. I'll get a table full of beers.
Right.
But you must run by and chug it before you stop.
It's like the water table.
Yeah.
But it's the beer table.
Yeah.
100% in on that idea.
Fun thing, I'll spit in one of them. Yeah. You just have to guess which one.
All right, we got about 45 seconds.
If you guess correctly, I'll buy your next beer.
All right.
Good for Jay-Z, though, man. Trying to open up a sports book.
Do it, man.
Oof.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to make a lot of money with this.
Yeah, he's trying to open up a high-end sports book. He has a 40-40 club picture up here that is kind of sports booky. Oof.
Nice.
Good for him.
All right, guys, be right back. You still got time to enter Big Money Monday. Drop us a text. Just need your name and a number, 1 through 9, 800-394-1061. Going to draw for $50 here in just a bit. First, found this interesting. Rush Order Tees recently did a survey of about 1,000 people who owned band T-shirts. So they put together the list of the most popular band T-shirts. They also took a look at just genres of fans, and it's metal fans who own the most shirts. On average, 17 band shirts. If you're a metal fan, I mean, metal fans are passionate as hell.
Yeah, I mean, do you own 17 band shirts?
No.
I mean, how many band shirts do you have in your closet right now?
Right now, probably none.
None?
I'm trying to think. No, I have Peterson Brothers, the band out of Austin, when I was there a couple years ago. I mean, I used to have, several Rush shirts. I, had a couple here and there. I mean, I was never a big band T-shirt guy. I mean, when I went to concerts, back in the 90s or when I was in high school, I usually bought a shirt at every show. I haven't done that in years.
I miss the days of $20 to $25 band T-shirts. For some reason, we somehow fell into this weird shadow realm where band T-shirts are like $40 now, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's a little pricey for me. Now, some of the most popular shirts include AC/DC, top of the list, Aerosmith, Queen, Pink Floyd, Green Day. So that's the top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most of that makes sense.
I feel like every single person I see nowadays is wearing a Nirvana T-shirt.
And it's surprisingly, they don't even make the top 10. They miss out on the top 10 along with Eminem and Metallica. Ariana Grande beats them. She's number 10 on this list. Prince is 9. Also got the Beatles, Foo Fighters, and Bob Marley. But they also did this band shirt rules. And I think this is where it kind of gets interesting. So rule number 1, and this is people who own these shirts. So the most people said this was a rule they follow. Buy a shirt before a concert to wear at the concert.
Like buy the band's T-shirts?
Yes.
No.
See, and that's the conflicting thing, because rule number 5, don't wear a shirt to a band's concert, which is the rule I think most people have lived by.
The most broken rule when it comes to T-shirt rules is people who will buy the shirt at the show and then wear it immediately.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll go in the bathroom or they'll flip it out, or they'll literally do it in the concourse before the show. I mean, people love to rep the band they're wearing. It's like it's the sports team mentality.
Yes.
I mean, I would do the same thing. Like, I can't remember the last time I bought a band T-shirt. I honestly, it could have been like a decade ago when I went to a Tool show, because Tool does have incredible merchandise.
Right. Only authentic band tees count as real. So I'm guessing. So you're looking at this list, and you see a lot of AC/DC, Aerosmith, and Queen, and you see a lot of younger kids, younger people wearing these type of shirts, because you can go to Walmart now and get band shirts from all of these bands.
Yeah.
So I wonder how many of these people wearing these shirts are actually fans of the band, even know who the bands are.
None of them.
They just thought the shirt was cool. Because another rule on this list was, don't wear a shirt for a band you're not a fan of or don't listen to.
Right. I mean, I was hanging out with someone recently, and they were asking them about their Metallica T-shirt. Like, what's your favorite album? And this kid had no idea. And I'm like, you're really hammering this guy. Like, I wouldn't even brought it up. But it was funny. They were kind of messing with him a little bit.
So there you go. Just some of the rules when it comes to band T-shirts. I agree with a couple of them. I mean, it's like, if you want to wear a Nirvana shirt and don't listen, I really don't care. That doesn't bother me all that much. But some of it, I think, makes a whole lot of sense. But AC/DC, top in the list for the most owned band shirt. All right, now, Marshall, it's time for some Big Money Monday. It's time to hopefully give away a $50 gift card. Who are we spinning for today?
Today, we're going to spin for Marilyn.
Okay.
Marilyn has chosen the number 7, Cotter.
7. Come on, 777.
All right, once again, playing Big Money Monday. We give away $50 of our boss's money if this person can score the number that they have requested. Marilyn has requested the number 7. I bought this very fancy bingo machine off Amazon. Once again, $16. One of the best investments we've made for the show.
Yes.
And we're about to roll it right now, so crossing our fingers for Marilyn.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's
Here we
do
go.
this. All right, looking for a number 7 in any form.
I thought it was just number 1.
Oh,
it's
no!
number 1 today.
So close.
Marilyn, I'm
Not
so
close.
sorry. It's a first timer. First time we ever gotten number 1,
That's
I guess.
true.
So congratulations to the bingo machine making records. But Marilyn, I'm so sorry. Not today.
All right, coming up at the top of the 8 o'clock hour, it is time for the Dude of the Week death match. We got 2 stories going head to head. You decide who will become the Dude of the Week. Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
I was really excited to shoot off the money gun today.
There was that look in your eye where you thought it was a 7.
I did. I did.
You could totally tell.
Yeah, I had to like really one eye it for a second. Damn, it was a number 1. She actually just texted. She goes, "Dang it, thanks guys." Sorry, Marilyn. I feel like we failed you there, but you know, most women in my life, I fail them all the time, so it's not a new feeling. Sean says, I have a Day to Remember long sleeve and quite a few History of Monster shirts, but that's because I helped print them. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, like when I would go to concerts, back in the day, I'd always bought a shirt. I haven't bought merch in a long time, and unfortunately, it is a little pricey anymore. It's hard to buy it.
I'm trying to think of some of the stuff I've bought. I know I've bought like a Weezer beanie, which I actually still have. The Tool long sleeve T-shirt that I have, I wore it so much that like the elbows got holes because worn through that thing. I love that shirt. I don't think I have really any others. I have a Queens of the Stone Age one that I don't really ever wear. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the restroom and I'll be right back.
All right, so for the Dude of the Week death match, you can vote now on the Cotter and Marshall Show Facebook page, or you can hit us up via the chat. Sorry, I'm typing something in real quick. All you got to do is, let me get rid of this, vote for one of the stories. Let me bring them up here. We got Andre Drummond from the 76ers jumped in his pool after his 2-year-old son Dion fell into the pool. Or you got 14-year-old James Savage. He becomes the youngest to swim the length of Lake Tahoe. So there's a 3-swim triple crown. And over the last couple summers, he completed the first 2 legs of this triple crown. The third leg is 21 miles out swimming for 21 miles. And this kid pulled it off on August 1st. Actually got an honorary ESPY 2 years ago because he's been swimming since he's 8 years old. So this kid is a beast. So you can vote now for Andre Drummond or for James Savage. And you can hit us up on the Facebook page, vote in the chat if you'd like. But we'll run down those stories more on the air and get to our winner. Also, next hour, we're going to get to Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. Got your chance to score tickets for that. Also, tickets. Okay, let me double check before I say it because I don't want to misspeak. Let's see. We've also got your chance to score tickets for White Reaper at District Live. That show is Thursday, October 21st. So you can score tickets for that as well. So that's coming up with Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout after 8 o'clock as we're into the final couple hours of the show. We'll get to a drunk line today. It's been a minute since we've had the drunk line. Vic actually called in several times over the weekend, so we'll play those. Yeah, I think that's fair, Andrew. First round of beer should always be on A-Dub's credit card. Cake Day details. Cake Day, so we're going to go for the Saturday of Labor Day weekend. So we're looking at September 4th, early afternoon. I believe we have a location. I don't know if we're ready to make that announcement. But as of now, we're looking early September 4th, or Saturday, September 4th, early afternoon, maybe 1-ish. But location we'll announce soon. But that's the weekend we're looking at. Starting somewhat of a diet today. We'll see how this goes. My wife wanted to lose some weight, and I've not been helping because I've not wanted to diet. So she got something called Noom. It's like an app on your phone that kind of keeps track. It's basically Weight Watchers. So we're going to attempt to start that today. We'll see how it goes. I'm always good once I'm about a month into a diet. I'm usually pretty good, but starting is always one of the biggest pain in the asses. So hoping for the best. We'll see how it goes. Right. Okay. That's good enough for me. Cool. Yeah. We'll have more info, but that's the day and the start time ish. We have a location in mind. I don't foresee it changing. I'm looking forward to it, man. Wife's going to come out. Just kind of hang out. It'll be a good day. I get that, Wanda. So, yeah, when we talked about the date of Cake Day, Wanda brought up about how it's her anniversary trip, and she'd rather be at Cake Day. She just put up on the chat, I got in trouble for saying I'd rather be at Cake Day. The drop-off. Oh, cool. Cool, Rhett. Yeah, no, the drop-off went great. Neither of my wife or I really cried, all that much. The wife was like, it's not real yet for her. So she's like, it will be within the next week or so when she's at the house and, wants to go say something to Ella or see Ella, and she won't be able to. That's when she said it's going to hit her. But no, very excited for my kid. She there's a lot of nerves going in. She was skeptical, just a lot of self-doubt whether she could pull this off and whether she can do it. I mean, obviously class doesn't start for another week. This whole first week is basically, they call it a week, and they just kind of hang out and get the feel for the dorms and everything else. So she's got that. But no, she seemed much more confident. We talked to her yesterday. She went out. She met some people, which was a big fear of hers. She's not the most outgoing sometimes. But no, very happy, very proud. So excited about the potential for her. We haven't revealed the location for Cake Day, right? Just the date?
Yeah, because it's not confirmed yet.
Okay, just the date. Yeah, that's what I thought.
It'll be Saturday of Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
Shooting for 1 p.m.
Yep, Rhett was asking, so. Yep, that's what I said. 4th, round 1. We'll get to the location soon.
All right.
All right, so we have about 5 minutes or so. We've got latest from Volbeat, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then we'll jump into the Dude of the Week, which has got its new home on Monday. We've got a new feature on Tuesday, and then we've got Quizzed in the Face and stuff like that. So kind of moved it over to Monday now.
Yeah, tomorrow's show is absolutely packed with everything that we have going on.
That is 100% correct.
And then we have, obviously, football joining the world again here in the next 3 weeks or so. So we're going to have the big guy, Frank Sukowski, joining us on a semi-weekly basis. We'll also have some fantasy football talk. We'll have the Cotter Marshall Fantasy Football League, which we'll start taking, some submissions to join our league next Monday, which is pretty exciting.
Morning, Mac.
So next Monday, speaking of Mondays, Pop Evil is going to be in Savannah. Looks like this week we may be talking to a member of the band here on the Cotter and Marshall Show. And then also we'll be doing stage announcements for the show next Monday. I just got
cool.
a thumbs up less than an hour ago.
Okay, awesome. No, look forward to it. Look forward to it. Pop Evil, if you haven't seen them live, they're great live. Super nice guys, too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun show because, I mean, they have a ton of great bands that are on tour with them right now. Yeah, Pop Evil's coming in with a 0936, who has just a banger of a song that we've been playing for a while now. Then Broken Love as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, got about three minutes.
3 minutes jumping into, what are we doing again?
Dude
of the week. Dude of the week. You know, it's so funny. So I sent Cotter a show email early. I think I sent to him on Friday with a potential Dude of the Week candidate who we are using today, which is Andre Drummond. I totally forgot we were moving Dude of the Week to Monday until you sent me the breakdown. I'm like, I don't think this is right. And then I thought about it. I'm like, oh, yeah, it is right.
I just thought you were in on the move again.
No. I knew. I knew. You're dumb. You're dumb for thinking I'm dumb. We use Yahoo for fantasy football as it's our preferred fantasy platform. It's funny. I just randomly chose that when I started a league almost a decade ago because my wife and I run a joint league with dudes and girls, and I just randomly chose that, and it's so funny because over the years, Yahoo has been the preferred league fantasy football platform for so many people. It's actually, I think, the number one rated platform people like to use is the Yahoo one.
It's the only thing Yahoo's got going for them.
Yeah, right now,
Honestly, what does anybody else use Yahoo for?
They sunk all that money into the fantasy football, and it's working out for them, at least right there.
It's the only thing they got.
Now, Yahoo is one of the worst deals in the history of man because someone bought Yahoo for a ton of cash, right? And it's worth $10 million right now.
Yeah, because then there was Google.
Hope you guys got your parking lot moat issue resolved. You guys could be walking out to another one. Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous outside right now. It's dreary.
Yeah. All right, we got about 90 seconds.
Are we going with the kid first, then we're talking about Andre?
Let's see. I had Andre, but it doesn't matter the order.
And you said you have audio from
I've got audio
both, right?
from both.
Okay, cool.
It's just the people screaming as the kid falls into a pool.
Yeah, Mac, it's some big time nap time vibe and weather today.
Yeah. Well, and it's as soon as we got one thing to cut. A-Dub, I got a question if you're still around. I got a question about this thing we got to cut. One thing to cut, and then I got to take off because my dog's been at doggy daycare all week, all weekend since Thursday, and they're technically closed on Sunday, so you couldn't pick them up.
Right.
So I got to pick them up today, and it's just I don't need them to charge me another $40.
Yeah, I've got to pick up my dog. He's going to get he gets an allergy shot every 2 months.
Okay.
Today's the day, where he can be absolutely sopping wet as he gets into my car. Cool.
Yeah, there'll be that.
A-Dub, absolutely, I'll take some Starbucks. 1,000%. I don't think they have pumpkin spice yet, do they? Oh,
I don't know.
They do. Hit me up, bro.
Be right back. We need your help in determining this week's Dude of the Week. Going to run down each person coming up in just a second. Don't forget, hop on the stream. Join the Horde. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. While you're there, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. You can always listen to the show. Get us in your in-home smart speaker. Check us out on the website or download the app for free. But right now, it is time to take care of some business, because right now it is time for...
The Dude of the Week Deathmatch.
Cool! A freak show! Let's check it out!
The Dude of the Week Deathmatch on the Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
So up first for the Dude of the Week is Andre Drummond from the Philadelphia 76ers. He jumped into his pool to save his 2-year-old son. Now, this went down Wednesday or Thursday because he actually posted video from like the ring video from his back porch showing him hopping into this pool.
Do you think he dropped that video just to let everyone know that he still has like ups and like the quickness, to make the 76ers feel good about signing him?
Maybe. His kid, 2-year-old Dion, was just sitting at the edge of the pool, and in the video, he just kind of moves, and then he falls in, and everybody around him freaks out, but it was Drummond who just came to the rescue. Jumping in?
Yeah.
I don't know why you're laughing.
Yeah. They talk about, I guess the kid was like smiling when Andre pulled him out of the pool there.
Now, this is awesome. I mean, great that he reacted so quickly, jump in to save your kid. But posting the video, is this kind of a, hey, look at me moment?
No, it's a major pat myself on the back type situation, but good for him. Actually, I think he was just kind of pointing out how the rest of his family didn't care about that kid drowning, because everyone else in the video just sat there.
They did nothing.
Yeah. They're like, nah, Andre's got it. What?
All right, number 2, 14-year-old James Savage becomes the youngest to swim the length of Lake Tahoe. Now, this went down on August 1st. Savage swam the 21.3-mile length of Lake Tahoe to complete what they're calling the lake's Triple Crown. Over the last couple summers, he did the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown. There's one that's 12 miles. It's called the Godfather Swim. It starts on the shore of a mansion that was used in the Godfather Part 2 movie. And then he also did the 10-mile Vikings home swim. At age 12, he was given an honorary ESPY for all of his athletic achievements in swimming. He's been swimming since 8.
Yeah, he's all about breaking records. This kid is going to be in the Olympics here one day, and he's going to crush it out there. So James Savage, overachiever. Now, I mean, if we're going to criticize Andre Drummond about patting himself on the back for releasing the video, is this kid at the age of 14 an overachiever? Is he a tryhard?
Well, I mean, anybody's a tryhard when you compare him to us, because we don't try hard.
Right.
So anybody who puts forth effort, to me, is just an overachiever.
All right. So, but we have a couple. We have an overachiever, a tryhard. I mean, just it's really up to you guys, because you need to help us choose the Dude of the Week.
All right. So vote now, Andre Drummond or James Savage. You can hit us up with a text 800-394-1061. Give us a call or comment in on the chat. Dude of the Week Deathmatch. We'll announce the winner coming up next. Here's Rise Against a Nowhere Generation, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging around with us this morning, which is
effing rain again.
Yeah, it's like a hurricane outside, mini hurricane.
All right.
Feel free to drop in your votes. The young swimmer, James Savage, the tryhard, versus Andre pat myself on the back Drummond for saving his kid falling into the pool.
Let's see.
Go ahead and drop your vote into the chat. Cotter, are you taking the votes down here?
Yeah, I'm going to. Just a second. Sorry. If A-Dub's going to buy us Starbucks, I'm texting him what I want.
Wow.
All right, here we go.
Got one for Savage. People are liking the young kid doing the Triple Crown over there in Lake Tahoe. It's funny enough, I lived in Vegas for all that time, and Lake Tahoe was, I think it was like a 4 or 6 hour drive. Never went there.
Really?
Never once went there. It's beautiful there, apparently. But I don't know why. Just wasn't into hiking or water stuff.
I get that.
And that's like the only thing they're known for outside of their casino. So I'm like, why would I ever go there? I have casinos here.
Yep, never been.
Wish I would have gone. Definitely wish I would have gone.
Yeah.
It is getting nasty out there. Man.
Rain can kiss my butt. Swimmer? Charles voting for the swimmer?
No, that's what he's actually doing right now.
He's swimming.
He's a swimmer.
Swimming to work.
He's swimming to work right now, man.
Makes sense.
Perfecto. Okay. The NHL did that outdoor thing at Lake Tahoe last year. It was looking nice. Yeah, the Lake Tahoe game was really cool, except for the fact that it was like 70 degrees that day and the ice couldn't stay.
Yeah.
They actually had to delay it until like midnight. so there'd be no sun out to melt the ice. Yeah, the outdoor game, they should really do. I mean, I know they're doing it in cold weather environments. They should definitely do it probably closer to like 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Everyone could just freeze a little bit.
Yeah.
Because doing it right in the middle of the day, although very cool looking, it obviously caused some issues.
All right, we got just over a minute. Yeah, I am expecting that lake to be back in our front place again. Jesus, man.
Yeah, it is coming down. It's supposed to come down over the night. I mean, like there's rain in the forecast every single day for the next over this next week. It's going to be ridiculous. Your yard is going to be ridiculous when you have to mow it.
So I was hoping to mow mine yesterday because I kind of needed to, but I didn't get to it. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to either run or I'm going to mow. So I decided to run. And then I'm glad because it just rained on and off the rest of the day. But yeah, I needed to mow. All right, guys, got about 15. Be right back. So the Dude of the Week death match. It was between Andre Drummond from the Philadelphia 76ers, his kid, 2-year-old son, Dion, sitting at the corner of their pool, fell in. Everybody else around Dion?
I think Dion threw himself in.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's a 2-year-old kid. He'll look down and just kind of like, I'll go swimming. Let's do this now. Everybody else around Dion just screamed, yelled, or stared. Drummond, though, hopped right into the pool and saved his kid instantly. And then just to show everybody what a good guy he is, posted it to the internet.
Yeah, so, that's Dude of the Week number 1. Your potential Dude of the Week number 1.
Number 2 is 14-year-old James Savage. Now, James is a beast when it comes to swimming. He started when he was 8 years old. He swam from San Francisco to Alcatraz at 8.
Yep.
Then August 1st, completed the Lake Tahoe Triple Crown, where he swam 21.3 miles in 12 hours.
That's so long. Is that
12 hours? Is
that how long it's supposed to take? That sounds like a very long time.
It's longer to obviously swim than it is to run. But yeah, 12 hours out in the water. There's no way I'm doing this. You're going to be. I hate being pruned up anyway. You're just going to look horrible. I'm not in this at all.
Well, the good news is this kid's last name is Savage, and that's exactly what he is. Absolutely killing that Triple Crown at Lake Tahoe over the last a few weeks, doing that huge run and the swims or whatever he's doing. It's more physical activity than either of us will probably do all year, just what he did in that 12 hours.
And that's all it took for him to become the Dude of the Week.
Congratulations, James Savage.
So he's got the SP, now he's got the Dude of the Week. You tell me which is better. You just tell me.
Who's more accomplished, us or him?
All right, coming up next, we're going to talk 20th anniversary countdown. It's coming up Labor Day weekend. Need your help, so we'll tell you how. Coming up next, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right. So Free Guy came out this past weekend. I know you wanted to go see that. Free Guy is coming out. Came out this past weekend and was the #1 movie in theaters, Scotter. It made almost $30 million.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on screening time. So far, it just looks like everything starts at 4.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't looked in a couple days. I looked a couple weeks ago, before it came out to see when.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm curious because if I can find even a 1 o'clock show, I'm going to go. The wife did say if I couldn't find one and wanted to go this weekend, she'd be down. So that's a possibility.
So it made $28.4 million. Ryan Reynolds is Free Guy. Our third favorite sales manager, Mike, went and saw it this past weekend. Said it was fantastic. Loved it. Said it was great. So well worth your time. Now, The Suicide Squad, which is also out on HBO Max, it saw a 72% decline in its second weekend in theaters. Obviously, I think everyone saw The Suicide Squad sitting at home. They definitely didn't go out and watch it in theaters, but it's made over $100 million in movie theaters across the world. So I don't know what they were looking for, but I don't think The Suicide Squad is going to live up to what they wanted it to be, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always it's an unfortunate time, because everything going on. So they're already not going to make the money that you would normally, expect a movie like that to make if it was, minus the pandemic. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they were hoping for with that. Was not my favorite movie. Like I said, didn't hate it, but definitely not my favorite. Oh, I did last week, and I got to finish it. I started watching the Woodstock '99 documentary.
Oh, I haven't even seen that yet.
So we talked about it last week. So I started watching it Wednesday. I think when I got home Wednesday, started watching it with my kid before we took off to Arkansas. And, so in the beginning, it's kind of like, oh, this is awesome. Here's Woodstock. Here's this. And she's like, oh, this is kind of a cool event. I'm like, oh, just wait. This is going to get off the rails. And we didn't even make it all the way through it. But, it started getting to where, you start getting into how much of a cluster and just, how, everything that went on. And you're just like watching it. And because the porta potties, over flooded. And, people think they're swimming around in mud. It's shit. And it's just, I mean, you're just like watching it. You're like, they're showing pictures of people just covered in what they think is mud, and it's not mud.
Yeah.
How there's no water, and it's like, and one thing I didn't even think of, and it blew my daughter's mind too, because she grew up with cell phones basically her whole life. It's like there was a station there that if you lost friends, and there were there's a few of where people just they get separated, and this thing was so massive. You didn't know where anybody was, and you couldn't like just phone somebody. You couldn't do anything. You just all of a sudden you're randomly missing all of your friends.
Yeah. Lost a friend, go to this spot.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty crazy.
Was it because there was like 400,000 people there, right?
Oh, it was stupid. Yeah. I don't remember the exact number, but I mean, then there just people complaining that it was Woodstock and it was actually on an old Air Force base, and people didn't like that, and I don't know. I'm about halfway through. But man, it's a good documentary. It's a really good documentary.
Yeah, I got to try to watch that. I may try to do that tonight, actually. But yeah, that's one thing I still have to get to. Obviously, I'm watching something much better, F-Boy Island on HBO Max. So something much more important.
Have you watched any more Sopranos lately?
I did watch an episode of The Sopranos last night, season 2, episode 3 or 4 at this point. Just jamming through that, having a good time with The Sopranos. That's my very first watch through of that. So I love The Sopranos. Watched that over the weekend. I didn't watch a ton of TV like on Friday or Saturday. Yeah. I watched the Bears game, preseason game. Justin Fields slayed. He was incredible. The first couple series he played, I'm like, this isn't looking good. This is not looking good. He was like 2 for 6. He had a fumble. I was like, oh, Christ. Oh, Christ. Here we go.
Again.
Yeah. And then he played another quarter. He ran in a touchdown. He threw a touchdown. It just looked really good. Like things started to jive with him. So it was looking good. I'm excited to see a lot more Justin Fields. And I think if he keeps playing like he did the majority of the game, like he did on Saturday, I think there's a chance he starts the season. I just don't see how he can start Andy Dalton if Justin Fields is killing absolutely killing, teams out there in the preseason. Sean says that the Winter Classic this year is up in Minnesota.
That's cool.
I honestly would be super interested. It's because it's always New Year's Day, right? It's New Year's Day is the Winter Classic.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's January 1st. This year, it is going to be between the Minnesota Wild and the St. Louis Blues.
Okay.
It's going to be played at Target Field in Minneapolis, Minnesota, between the St. Louis Blues. Yeah.
That's cool.
Sean, if you buy us tickets, I'll go with you. I will fly up to Minnesota. Buy me 2 tickets. I got to bring my wife.
All right, we got about a minute and a half.
And they've been doing these Winter Classic games since 2009, I think. They've been doing them forever.
Okay.
The team that has played in the most, Chicago Blackhawks, 4 appearances. Speaking of Blackhawks, I'm actually going to a Blackhawks game in Chicago on October 2nd.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I think I'm doing the show it's October 1st. I'm doing the show that morning on the 1st. I don't think. Maybe I am. I don't know. But I think I'm doing the show, and then I'm going to the airport. And I arrive in Chicago around like 5 o'clock, and we're going straight to the United Center to watch the
cool.
Blackhawks game. Pretty excited about it.
That's awesome.
Tickets are basically all going to season ticket holders. I don't know. Screw those guys. Get us some.
I haven't. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been to a hockey game. I mean, before I moved here, when we had the Rivermen in Peoria.
Well, I'll be going to a bunch of hockey games next year.
Yep, I'm in on that.
We should be within, weeks of getting the new name for the Savannah hockey team. Last time I talked to those guys, I think they said something to the effect of August. I'm sure there's a lot of work to do to make sure to get trademarks and everything kind of in place, but we should be finding out the name of the Savannah hockey team any day now. I would say probably within the next 3 or 4 weeks.
I'm still saying it's going to be the Spirits.
I don't think it'll be anything like what we're thinking it is.
Well, you think it'll be something?
I think it'll be something.
Are they going
different.
bananas off the wall kind of?
Bob told us he wasn't.
Yeah.
Remember Bob Roblo? We had the president
Yeah.
here, and we asked him, "Are you going to go with a crazy name?" He goes, "Probably not." He goes, "I respect what the Savannah Bananas do, but we're probably not going to go with that crazy name for it." So,
I mean, it's a different. I mean, there's a difference in their league, so I get that. All right, guys, got about 25 seconds.
yeah, Sandy said, "I have said it a million times, and I'll say it again. I'm so excited to be getting hockey here in Savannah." She goes, "I cannot take it."
Yeah, that's going to become a thing instantly.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm already a season ticket holder. Let's go.
All right, guys, be right back. We've been celebrating our 20th anniversary all year long. Of course, had the big concert 4th of July weekend. That was a lot of fun. Well, the celebration continues Labor Day weekend with the biggest countdown we have ever done on Rock 106.1. I'm going to count down the top 1,061 songs ever played on Rock 106.1.
Well, Cotter, this is the culmination. This is the fireworks portion of our 20th anniversary because this is kind of where it lays and ends because this thing is going to be massive.
Yeah.
4 days, 1,061 songs, and we need your help. We want to know what songs should make that list. So head over to the website, rock1061.com, and lay in what you think should be a part of that list. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. Ghost, Rats. Absolutely should make the list.
100%.
One of my favorite songs.
I think, and you know what? I can say it. There will be multiple songs from the band Ghost.
Whoa.
On this countdown.
So you've already started creating the list, right?
I have started working on it. Things are moving. I mean, and it's one of those things where, you're looking at spins and how many times we played the song, and that's one of the ways that we're putting this list together. You're looking at record sales. You're looking at all these things. But, I mean, the input from you guys, the listeners, is what's really going to matter the most. I mean, when it comes down, how do you break down a top 10 with a list like this with so many songs? That's where you guys come in. By we, I mean I need the help.
Yeah, so head on over, rock1061.com. Let us know what favorite songs of yours should make the 1,061 song countdown.
Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Where we're going to play and find out is coming up next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061. Here's Metallica.
Sean says, anybody catch the last few laps of the NASCAR race yesterday? The last few laps were an absolute cluster F. I didn't. I knew there was a NASCAR race happening. It was Indianapolis 500, right? No? Maybe? I feel like I would have heard something about that. Now I don't remember. But anyway, I didn't hear anything specifically about that, but I knew there was a NASCAR race going down. Rhett says, speaking of the bananas, did you all see the player that came out with a caddy? Yes, I did. Essentially, Barstool Sports is pretty much the only place or the exclusive home of Savannah Bananas stupidness. The caddy was very, very funny. Then they had the guy called his own play. Yeah. He literally was on third base and he was just talking. He goes, yeah, if it comes to me like a one hopper, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to, do the throw to first base and get him out by a step and then do the 3-1, like all that stuff. And like he did it. He did everything he said. It was awesome. Called his own play.
I saw the caddy thing posted on ESPN and then on Barstool. And it was funny because a lot of people that don't know what the bananas are, they look at this because a bunch of the comments were, the next thing would have been a 90-mile-per-hour heater right to the face, because thinking they were showing up the pitcher. Yeah. So then you have people trying to explain, no, guys, this is what the bananas do. This is what makes the league special. So trying to describe what that is without seeing it, I get it. I get where people are like, I would have plunked the guy for being an a-hole.
Playing by the old rules of baseball. All right. Just getting set for trivia. I wrote 2 games yesterday for this week to just kind of get ahead of it a little bit. It was at the Indianapolis Road Course. Gotcha. Indianapolis 500, once again, not a NASCAR guy. That's at the beginning of the season, right? That's in February. Is that right? Or is that Memorial Day?
Daytona is the one.
Daytona is February.
Daytona kicks off the season. I know nothing about NASCAR, but Daytona kicks it off, and then, Brickyard or whatever for NASCAR. Then Indianapolis 500. Yeah, Memorial Day? Labor Day. One of those days. I tried 1 year when I was doing the sports talk thing, and I really tried. Picked Tony Stewart as my guy. I got through about a handful of races, and I'm like, it's not me. It's not my thing.
Memorial Day. It was May 30th of this year.
Okay.
2-time winner Takuma Sato was the defending champion and led as late as 193. But he was off sequence. Okay, sure. Anyway, he didn't win. A guy named Helio Castroneves. Yep, that guy won the Indianapolis 500. See, I just Sean's going, that's the NTT IndyCar series, the Indy 5. I don't know, man.
You're speaking gibberish.
Once again, obviously not a NASCAR or Indy or whatever F1 car guy. Although I've heard great things about the Netflix F1 series. Have you heard about that?
No.
They have like an ongoing Netflix F1 series called Formula One Drive to Survive. It's like 4 seasons in, and apparently it's fantastic.
Is it like a documentary series about racing? Okay.
It's like a documentary series,
cool.
And it's about like the big F1 teams, those tiny little race cars. It's super cool. Yeah, I've heard great things about it.
All right, we're under a minute, 45 seconds.
Yeah, sorry, I am big time dumb when it comes to NASCAR. I just don't get it.
Yep.
I get why people like it, and I understand the sport. It's left turns, but I don't know. It doesn't captivate me the way it does other people.
I get it.
I guess that's the best way of saying it.
That makes sense. All right, guys, be right back. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. It is time to play, man. Who wants to take us on in one round of trivia?
That's right. On top of playing us, which is a great honor. I understand. We'll hook you up with some prizes. First and foremost, the Tailgate Bar Crawl from our friends at Savannah Bar Crawl, a great sponsor. It's going down Saturday, September 4th. We're going to hook you with a pair of passes to that. Also, White Reaper is playing at District Live. We'll hook you up with a pair of tickets to go check out them as well. That's right, a twofer of prizes, Cotter.
That's fantastic. So if you'd like to play, take one of us on. Give us a call right now, 800-394-1061. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? It's next. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
All right, guys, if you want to play trivia against us, you definitely can. 1-800-394-1061. Feel free to call us up. We'll take on one of you, hook you up with some prizes. Tailgate Bar Crawl passes. That's going to be Saturday, September 4th. And then White Reaper playing at District Live. They're a garage punk band that has performed at South by Southwest, Jimmy Kimmel. Best known for their chart-topping single, Might Be Right, and for their edgy alternative sound, according to this. Once again, feel free to call us up, play us in some trivia. I've got some good questions. I got 3 multiple choice questions today for trivia.
What up?
Woo. Got the Starbucks delivery happening right now. Thank you.
One question. I'm going to follow him and ask
him. Good luck selling some diamonds today, Sandy. I think it's gonna be a weird one just because it's raining so hard. So hopefully you get some good sales in. Oh yeah, that's right. Very excited about this. Got my first pumpkin spice latte of the season. That's right. Basic ass bitch over here. Oh, it is so sugary. Good Lord. It's going to give me diabetes.
All right. We have time. We can come out.
Yep. Sounds good. Yeah, I've got 3 multiple choice questions today. I was looking at my questions. They do have definitely more of an entertainment and state-based questions.
All right.
I just realized that.
That happens.
Sean, thanks for sharing that video. Sean just shared on the chat a video of what happened at the Indy race. Curb at Indy race sets off chain reaction of mayhem. Okay, I like this. So the cars are just going around, pretty typical. Ooh, that curb. Everyone hit that curb because they were just following the first guy, and everyone just wrecked.
Oh, shoot. I'll have to look at it. Mama Zita, thank you for hanging out. Have a good day. I had speaking of Oktoberfest, they got one on tap at New Realm. So they had a Dunkel, which was really, really good. But they put a Oktoberfest on tap. It is delicious. And it's like, not that, Oktoberfest, usually a little bready, that this is like a really light and crisp version of that. It's really good. It was very nice.
I actually had my first Sam Adams Oktoberfest, was the last weekend. And then this weekend I had my first pumpkin beer. I had, Dogfish Head had their, has their pumpkin ale out.
Nice.
And then Voodoo, New Belgium, their Voodoo Ranger Spicy Atomic Pumpkin is also in stores too.
Okay.
I bought a 6-pack of that, so I got that in my fridge at home.
Nice.
One of my favorite pumpkin beers out there. Yeah, so that NASCAR race, Sean shared that video. There was like 10 cars that absolutely, they hit this curb and it kind of bounced all of them, and they just all kind of ran into the barrier, which was to their left.
Oh.
Yeah, I love a good pumpkin beer as well, Rhett. And yeah, probably the spicy atomic pumpkin from not New Amsterdam. That's a liquor company from New Belgium. Is one of my favorites for sure.
I just wish they'd bring back their straight up Ranger IPA. They got the Voodoo Ranger, which is good, but just their straight up Ranger IPA was one of my favorites. All right, we got about 30 seconds. Going to hop back on. Resolicit.
You should start a writing campaign.
Yeah, there we go. All right, guys, be right back. It's time to put you to the test. Who wants to take one of us on? And are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl.
And speaking of the Savannah Bar Crawl, they're hooking you up with passes just for playing us. You don't have to beat us or tie us. You just have to play. They're going to hook you up with passes to go to their tailgate bar crawl on Saturday, September 4th. We're also going to hook you up with tickets to go check out White Reaper October 21st over at District Live. That's the brand new venue down on the waterfront. You get to check it out, be one of the first people to do so just by playing trivia with us. So call us up right now.
800-394-1061, looking for somebody to play. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. Rock 1061 is Pearl Jam. Rock 1061, who's this?
Holly.
Hey, Holly, how's it going?
Good. I was trying to give somebody else a chance.
It's okay. That's all right. Who do you want to take on today? Myself or Marshall?
I'll do you today.
All right. Good luck.
Okay, Holly, here's the thing. 7 questions, 60 seconds. If for some reason you don't know the answer, go ahead and say pass. Other than that, your time will begin after I ask the first question. Today, there are 3 multiple choice questions, so hopefully you do well here. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, question number 1. Who directed the 1994 movie Ed Wood?
I don't know.
Question number 2, multiple choice.
I don't even know that movie.
In 1983, the first Disney theme park built outside the U.S. opened in what country? Was it Japan or Thailand?
B.
Incorrect. Question number 3, what popular board game involving money was banned in the Soviet Union?
Monopoly.
That's correct. Question number 4, what is the only U.S. state with only one syllable?
I don't know.
Question number 5. Bootylicious has become an accepted word in the Oxford Dictionary thanks to a track of the same name by which artist? Is it the Spice Girls or Destiny's Child?
Destiny's Child.
That's correct. Question number 6. You're going to need a bigger boat originated in what movie?
I'm sorry, say that again.
You're going to need a bigger boat originated in what movie?
Titanic.
Incorrect. And question number 7, multiple choice.
know.
What is the highest number that can be called in a game of bingo? Is it 75, 80, or 100?
80.
Incorrect. All right, Cotter. Holly got 2 today out of 7. So we'll go ahead and give you a shot at this. Holly, you know the deal. Hang out for us. I'm going to ask you the same questions. If you for some reason don't know the answer, go ahead and say pass. Other than that, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, question number 1. Who directed the 1994 movie Ed Wood?
Oh, Tim Burton.
That is correct. Question number 2. In 1983, the first Disney theme park built outside the U.S. opened in what country? Is it Japan or Thailand?
Japan.
That is correct. Question number 3. What popular board game involving money was banned in the Soviet Union?
I think that's Monopoly.
That is correct. What is the only U.S. state with only one syllable?
Maine.
That is correct. Question number 5. Bootylicious has become an accepted word in the Oxford Dictionary thanks to a track of the same name by which artist? The Spice Girls or Destiny's Child?
Destiny's Child.
That is correct. Question number 6, you're going to need a bigger boat. Originated in what movie?
Jaws.
That's correct. And question number 7 for the perfect game, Cotter. Multiple choice. What is the highest number that can be called in a game of bingo? 75, 80, or 100?
75.
Yes, I thought you would get that one. All right. Perfect game for you, Holly. Unfortunately, Cotter takes the win, but fortunately for you, you still win tons of prizes.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Holly. We'll give you a call and get you set up, okay?
All right, thanks.
All right, see you later.
All right, Cotter, I don't think we need to go over the correct answers because you nailed every single one. Thank you, Holly, for playing. And, of course, thank you to the Savannah Bar Crawl.
All right, back tomorrow at 8:30, another round of Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout, brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl, Rock 106.1.
Chris, I love your comment. He goes, I love the imagery of someone screaming, we're going to need a bigger boat on the Titanic. I love it. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Cotter's got to edit that up. All right, guys, back on the live stream here. Ryan actually has asked if I could share how many times Cotter and I have had perfect runs. The first person to actually get a perfect run was pretty early on in the show. I got 7 out of 7 against Dennis back on March 18th. From there, we didn't have another one until May 7th, where Cotter, you won 7-6 versus Clay. What a dickhead move!
Wow,
to beat a listener 7-6. Jesus, what an asshole!
Yeah.
Since then, it's been done actually a couple times since Cotter. So Cotter actually has 4 to my 1. Cotter got it back-to-back days.
Oh, yeah.
On July 16th and then July 19th. That was a Friday and a Monday, so back-to-back show days. He beat Calvin and Nick 7-3 on both occasions. And then I got one here too. Just most recently against Dean, I won 7-4. So you have 4 total perfect games. I have 2.
Okay.
And obviously your most recent one coming today. So Cotter, 4 perfect games.
Nice. All right, we're heading into final hour of the show, man. I expected today just to kind of drag, being a Monday and everything. It has flown by.
Yeah, it's a nice way to kind of get back into the week. We obviously had a couple days off last week, so kind of slowly making our way back into show form.
Yep.
I slept really good last night. Felt really good about that.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't get to bed until almost 11. It was late. So now that both kids are gone, Ella did dishes, so I grilled out last night, and I did dishes as my wife was trying to get some stuff done for school, and Ella would always take care of the cats at night. Well, now that's, Dana's done that the past couple nights, so it's like, that's cool. But eventually I like to help her so she doesn't have to do it all by herself. But yeah, it's a change. We're adjusting to like a new schedule and new routines now. So not quite there yet. We'll figure it out. All right, I'll be right back.
All right, guys, here we are going into the last hour of the show. So over the pandemic, Dave Mustaine of Megadeth obviously was recording the 16th album from Megadeth called The Dead, The Dying, and the Dead. The Dead, the Sick, The Dying, and the Dead. But he had this like big bushy beard. I thought it was awesome looking, right? But I don't know. He shaved it now, and old man Dave Mustaine, I don't care for shaved. I think he needs a beard. I'm just throwing it out there. Dave Mustaine, please grow your beard back for the future tour that you're about to go on with Lamb of God and the rest of those guys. I just think Dave Mustaine just hits different with a beard. Maybe he sings better with a beard. I don't know. I'll have to go see him. But if he's clean shaven, I'm out. I oddly had a dream last night where I shaved my beard, and I hated it. I just remember saying to myself, that was a huge mistake, Marshall. But thankfully, woke up, beard was still there. There's just a power. There's just a certain power that comes along with a beard, guys. I'm just throwing that out there. Ooh, Thomas, you've been in quarantine. Uh-oh. The cocoa hits Thomas.
Ugh, that sucks, man.
Hopefully you're not experiencing any effects from the cocoa. Now, I haven't had to do anything specifically with COVID-19, as in, like, I've never had to quarantine before. I've been really lucky into not contracting it.
Right.
I am vaccinated, so thankfully, that's there. But I couldn't imagine having to even quarantine being someone in close contact. And, like, for 2 weeks or whatever the proposed time is now. Maybe
Right.
it's less. If I'm vaccinated, maybe it's like a few days less, or maybe it's a week
Yeah, I'm
as
not
opposed
sure.
to 2 weeks. How much that would suck.
That was you know, I know the wife was happy to get back to in classroom teaching. That's my one concern. Because, you know, it's like here, there's like 4 or 5 of us. You know, I feel pretty good about coming to work and it being okay. I mean, there she's surrounded by all the teachers, all the kids. I'm just like, with the numbers going up, you're there 5 days a week. Eventually, she's going to run into somebody who has it. You know, she may eventually. If she doesn't have to quarantine sometime throughout the school season, I will be shocked. You know,
I feel like that's almost a definite, right?
and if she quarantines, does that mean I have to quarantine?
I don't know.
I don't know how that works because there's close contact, and then there's so I don't know. That'll be something to look into because
Ooh, Andrew said, so I had a dream last night where I shaved my beard. I don't know why. I remember I just hated it. Andrew just said, I just shaved my long ass beard. My daughter keeps making fun of me.
Yeah, shaving it off for that like the first time. It's weird. I had no intention of even growing this much beard. It's just been lazy. I was going to shave it off before I went to Arkansas. And I just didn't have time.
Juana says that her husband's aunt is in the ICU with pneumonia and COVID.
Oh.
It's been touch and go. Ooh, good Lord.
That stinks. Sorry, Wanda.
So I didn't know there was a thing such as double pneumonia, but you can get double pneumonia.
What classifies as double? Both lungs? I don't know how this works.
Let's see. Double pneumonia is a lung infection that affects both of your lungs. The infection inflames the air sacs in your lungs. Yeah, so I didn't even know that was a real thing, but my dad actually had double pneumonia a couple months before he passed away. And it was like, it was terrible. But it's like the worst stuff. Like imagine when you're sick, just the worst stuff, like shortness of breath, chest pain, congestion, fatigue, diarrhea, and vomiting. Like the worst of the worst symptoms when it comes to being sick. You get all of them.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, ugly stuff.
Already looking toward the weekend. This Saturday is Coastal's 10th anniversary party.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Definitely going to head out there for that, at least for a couple beers. I think I've got the wife talked into it. Got the wife talked in for the cake day for the Horde. She can come out to that.
Okay.
So that'll be good.
You have a bunch of like small little trips planned. I'm really excited to just get into it. Actually, next week, I'll be going home to Illinois for a few days to see my mom. And then in September, I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights and then Chicago at the end of the month. So I've got like this little run of like every other week. I get to leave the area and go do something fun. And I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, that's the September. I'll go back to Arkansas, but I'm flying there. So that won't be too bad. And then obviously October. Doing Austin, and then one day off in November. No, not even taking a day off in November for Disney. We're just leaving Friday afterwards. So yeah, it won't be a day off. We'll just be in Disney. Well, no, I take that back. I may take the Monday off because we're staying Friday and we're doing Saturday and Sunday in the park. And then that's about it. And then Christmas, take some time off around Christmas.
Did you see the latest news about a Marvel star being unhappy with Disney?
No.
And Marvel.
Who is it?
So it's the lead character from the new Shang-Chi movie.
Oh, wait, I think I saw something about this.
Yeah, so like the guy who's running Disney said that they're not going to put Shang-Chi on Disney Plus because it sounds like they have an agreement with movie theaters that the first 45 days of the film will be available only in movie theaters. So he said that it was kind of an experiment. It's a Disney CEO, Bob Chapek. Chapek? Yeah. So the lead character or the lead actor of this new film, Shang-Chi, says, "We are not an experiment. We are the underdog, the underestimated. We are the ceiling breakers. We are the celebration of culture and joy that will persevere after an embattled year. We are the surprise." He goes, "I'm fired the F up to make history on September 3rd. Join us."
Damn.
Then he put up a bunch of pictures from like the production of the film and stuff. So
right.
I think it looks pretty cool. I'm not like, I don't know if this is one where I want to run to the movie theater to see because I just don't know really anything about it. It's not like an Iron Man or a Thor or a Hulk that I've seen in comic books for years and years and years. But Shang-Chi seems kind of cool.
Yeah, the trailers look cool.
Yeah, and I kind of do want to see it. But no, I have not watched What If, which is that new animated series.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to wait till like it's mostly out. That's not one of those ones I want to watch on like a weekly basis. My wife doesn't like a lot of animated stuff. I think she puts up with Rick and Morty for me, but I don't think she likes much of anything else. It seems like she does enjoy Rick and Morty, but yeah, I think that What If series on Disney Plus, I'm just going to watch by myself when it comes out.
I get fully. Yeah, Rick and Morty is one thing my wife will not put up with. She hates it. She thinks it's one of the dumbest things ever. She, will not. No desire to ever watch it. So, found this story. A guy in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the place is called Lawrence, South Carolina. It's about 50 miles from Georgia. Was arrested on Tuesday. He was giving a child a tattoo in the middle of a McDonald's restaurant.
Wait, how old is the child?
It doesn't say. And that was one thing I've been trying to find, but it didn't say. It just said child. Tattoo happened on Friday. Someone posted a video of it. Cops got involved. Okay, it actually says it's not clear how old the kid was. It looks like a teenager. Tattoo artist is 28-year-old Brandon Prescia, facing charges for tattooing a minor and tattooing without a license.
I mean, was it a sick tattoo, though?
I don't know.
But what if it was really good? Like, what if his artwork was outstanding? I mean, are you going to be mad about it?
Something tells me if you're getting a tattoo in a McDonald's, the artwork going to be questioned.
And did him and the child know each other, or was he just taking appointments at that McDonald's?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm working out of the McDonald's. I'll buy one free McChicken.
I mean, it's like he's just going to, if you're the McDonald's employee, this is obviously something that's, you're the manager at the McDonald's. This is obviously something that's gone on before, right? Because
go up to his mugshot again. He's got dreads and he's got glasses. Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, there you go.
He's just got a tattoo. Maybe does it have a picture of him tattooing the child?
There's video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's video. Somebody videoed it.
Yeah, check out the video. See if you can get an idea of how young that kid is.
They said they think he's a teenager. Let's see.
Crazy.
Oh, that's an ad.
We're not going to watch the old Navy ad. Get out of here.
I kind of have to watch it for 15 seconds.
Oh, Christ. Charles says, is a McDonald's tattoo the same as a jailhouse tattoo? That's a great question.
I think a jailhouse tattoo is way more legit.
Yeah, it's.
He's got gloves on.
Right there, 'cause I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna call the police station, let them know that I here doing tattoos instead of getting food order out.
He's just in there tattooing somebody.
He is.
He's got a set up on the table and everything. That had to have. This has to be a thing.
The kid looked young.
Yeah,
I would say that kid looked like he was, 14 maybe. Would you say?
yeah.
I'm looking across at a monitor that's across the room that has two lights in front of it. I'm not for sure. It looked like he was 14-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I got a tattoo at a radio station once. My first tattoo.
Yeah, but you weren't 14 years old when you got that
14.
done. Yeah, that's a crazy story, man. I couldn't imagine just being like, yeah, I'm going down to the McDonald's to get tattooed. I'll bring home dinner. Thomas says a man in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, hit the lottery twice in 1 week. $40,000 the first time, $3 million the second time.
Jeez.
We just had that story, too, about the guy who won like $15 million, but he won $1 million like, 10 years before that. So maybe it's time to start playing the lottery more.
Telling you, man.
I just really want to know what that kid got tattooed on him.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious now, right?
Yeah, like what was so important that he needed to get tattooed, let alone like at that moment? Because the kid knew better. He's like, oh yeah, tattoos are done at tattoo shops. They're not done at McDonald's. And also, he's probably got like a half-done tattoo now.
Probably.
And his parents aren't going to, I'm guessing the parents aren't going to like, get it lasered off. He's going to have a half-done tattoo for a while. Tom says, I was 15 when I got my first tattoo. My mom signed for me.
Oh, there you go.
Do you still have it, or do you have it covered up since then, Thomas? That's the question.
I covered mine up long. Yeah, it was not, I don't regret it was comedy drama mask. I've done theater forever. So, I mean, I never regretted what I got.
Mm-hmm.
The quality of it was very questionable.
Well, it was done at a radio station, so. Also, it was free.
It was very free.
You have to really worry about.
Now, to be fair, most of my tattoos I've not paid for. Most of them have been free. But, yeah, the quality of work went up from there.
It was a Marvin the Martian.
Yeah.
Do you still have it, though? Or did you get it covered up?
Like I said, I told my kids I'd buy their first tattoo. My oldest kind of knows what he wants. Just haven't been able to lock something down, but.
So I was looking at, you brought up The Walking Dead earlier in the show.
Still have it. There you go. Nice.
And you're excited to check it out, to be a part of this last season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at a review of the first episode. IGN gave it a 5 out of 10, called it mediocre. The Walking Dead opened its final season with a lackluster outing.
That sucks. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Cotter and Marshall show. Marshall, I think this quick story about a bank robber proves that you and I could never rob a bank.
Whoa. Don't add me in there.
No.
This is a you thing.
No, don't even sit there and say your handwriting is
a
neat.
you thing.
No. I'll admit, my handwriting at times not the best.
At times?
No, at times. You cannot sit there and say you have legible handwriting.
If I wrote you a note for you to read, it would be legible.
No.
But when I'm writing down notes for myself, I write like it's chicken scratch, as they call it.
Dude, you put stuff up when we used to have the board, when we did the afternoon show, up on that board. I'm like, what are you trying to say?
It was a marker. It was a thick marker.
I don't care. Make it legible.
I could write cursive. Is that better? I am like one of 10 people on this planet that can still write cursive. I will do cursive for you if you can read that better.
I don't think I could read that any better. I stopped writing cursive, 20 years ago. Anyway, 67-year-old man in England, Alan Slattery. That is like the most English last name ever.
Yeah, big time.
Slattery. Decided to get into the bank robbing business. Back in March, he was like, all right, I'm going to try to rob a bank. First attempt didn't go well. He handed over the note to the bank teller. His handwriting was so bad, she couldn't figure out what he was trying to do.
No, and he eventually just left. So he was just like, you seriously don't get this? And she's like, I have no idea what you're trying to say. And he just left. The note read, your screen won't stop what I've got. I'm guessing she probably had some like COVID barrier up, some sort. He goes, and the note says, just hand over the 10s and the 20s. Think about the other customers. Now, that's what the note said, but it was so illegible? Unreadable. How about that? That's another word. Unreadable that she literally couldn't figure it out, and the dude just got so frustrated, he left.
Yeah, it took like everybody working at the bank after the fact to look at it to figure out what it said. Now, obviously, do learn from his mistakes.
Right.
Went into bank number 2, I'm guessing different note, maybe, slowed down a little bit as he was writing it.
Right.
Walked out of there with $3,000.
So he robbed a second bank, and then he tried to hit up a third bank. Now, this guy was he's 67 years old. Yeah. So I think at this point, this guy probably thought he was going to die soon, and he was just getting some like stuff off the bucket list.
You think so?
Absolutely. Like rob 3 banks in one day? You know better.
All right, question. Now, with bucket list ideas, you typically look at a bucket list of, hey, I want to go to Australia. But if you get to a point where you're at a certain age, maybe your health isn't the best, you kind of go crazy with the bucket list, and you're like, I'm going to break as many laws on my way out as I possibly can.
I think this is what that guy was doing, because he was caught by the police, arrested. He pleaded guilty on robbery and attempted robbery charges, and he's going to do 4 years behind bars. for these 3 bank robberies. Only one was successful. 33%, not bad.
I guess at first, first time criminal.
Yeah.
You 1 out of 3. It's got to be decent odds.
You have to feel at least kind of good. You got 1 done.
That's true.
Yeah, literally 1 and done. 1 and done for him. I feel good for him.
All right, coming up next, we got some drunk calls over the weekend. Vic hit us up 3 different times in about the span of 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Vic
Ooh.
Vic was probably a couple 6-packs into some Miller High Life.
Couple?
Probably a couple. So we'll get to those. That's coming up next. Drunk line calls from the one and only Vic. Up next, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. Here's Evanescence.
Well, he only drinks beer, as we know, so hopefully it's some good stuff here.
They're all relatively quick.
Yeah, that's
just nice.
What Vic's known for.
Not when he's on the Viagra. Teenager.
Want to have a good rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you, Wanda. I had it recolored. Oh, back to Thomas's and the Marvin the Martian tattoo. Yeah, it's a good idea, man. Go over and get it touched up a little bit. Yeah, that's good.
Breaking news, it's raining again.
Yeah, I'm over it. Over it.
Well, the next few days you're going to love.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's just raining the entire time.
That is one thing. It thankfully did not rain all that much. We got hit by a little on the way to and from Arkansas, but nothing bad. So, Stevie Nicks obviously pulled out of, she was doing 5 shows.
Yeah, one of them being Shaky Knees in Atlanta.
And the other being the Austin City Limits Music Festival.
Yeah.
So, Shaky Knees replaces Stevie Nicks with the effing Foo Fighters.
Yeah, pretty great fill-in.
Now, I don't hate the fill-in at ACL, but to me, I don't know.
It's nowhere on the Foo Fighters level?
Duran.
That's pretty cool.
I don't hate it. That's what I'm saying. It's like I've never seen Duran. So I'm like, that's cool. But
I got a chance to see him before. They're great.
But, it wasn't Foo Fighters to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, it's like, I'd rather see Duran. I know this, I'd rather see Duran than Stevie Nicks. I love Stevie Nicks. I think she's very talented. I just have no desire to see her live. Duran, though, I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool.
I feel like Stevie Nicks is just one of those artists where the artist is getting to an age where you should go see Stevie Nicks. Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
I think that's kind of a bigger thing. Like Duran, the guys at Duran,
they're what, late 50s? 60s?
I think I was just looking them up the other day. It's not the original lead singer anymore, right?
Simon Le Bon? Is it Simon Le Bon? He's still got to be in the band, right?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, he is. Okay. Sorry.
You need that man.
What's the other band I was thinking of that the singer died?
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, but Duran is pretty excellent live.
He's 62.
I saw them back in Vegas. God, it must have been at least a decade ago.
Okay.
But man, it was a great show.
So they're headlining the Sunday night along with Tyler, the Creator. So. I got about 30 seconds.
All right, jumping into the drunk line.
Yep. We got one from Cam, too. We could probably hold on to that until next week.
Okay.
We got 2 from Cam. One, his wife nixed us playing on the air mid-call.
What?
I'll tell you in a second. We'll be right back, guys. The drunk line is always open. It doesn't matter when you're drinking, during the week, 8 in the morning, 10 at night, midnight.
We don't judge.
No, never. You can always give us a call on the drunk line. It's just the listener line, 800-394-1061, and you can leave us your drunk message. Now, we got a couple over the weekend, but we got 3 from Vic that really stood out. So we're going to play some Vic drunk calls. He called us like 3 times within about a 3-minute span.
Okay.
Just back to back to back. They're not very long calls. They're Vic, and they're just really short and to the point. So let's start. Call number 1 from the one and only Vic.
Right now, I'll tell you a story about how you use 2 words together.
Okay.
Like shut up. The funny thing is the first thing you say when somebody tells you to shut up is what?
I don't know.
It's funny. You can use a whole lot of 2 words. But the first thing that rolls across my mind is you.
And that's how we ended the first call. That was the first call from Vic.
I'm guessing someone was telling Vic to shut up in his real life, and he got a little upset at him.
Probably.
And, yeah. Well, what would be the 2 words that you would use if I said, "Hey, Connor, shut up"? What 2 words would you say to me?
Okay. Yeah, just okay and move on. Sometimes it's just easier not to fight it.
Okay.
Vic called back instantly with this call.
Connor, I'm going to kick your ass.
I like where this is going.
And that was it. That's all we got.
I'll tell you, man, you do not want to meet Vic in a dark alley. This man will whoop you.
Vic, after a few Miller High Lives?
Oh, yeah, he's invincible.
No, I don't. I wouldn't want to test that.
It's like he's wearing an invisible suit from Iron Man. You literally cannot break this man.
All right, so then he called back instantly.
Right.
For the 3rd time.
Connor. I was just playing with you, buddy. You're my buddy.
Oh. Because you're so tiny. Little buddy.
Truthfully, I will kick your ass in pool.
In pool?
And I'll kick Marshall's ass, too.
Just 2? Oh, okay.
It's just I'm going to kick your ass thing. All right, brother. Over and out.
All right, perfect. Okay, the news is I'm terrible at pool.
I suck at pool.
So he could definitely kick our ass in pool.
Yes.
Not so much maybe real life. I don't know, but after a few beers, Vic is probably invincible.
I like I said, I've seen Vic after a few.
Mm-hmm.
He can get angry.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to test Vic after a few beers.
Yeah, like you could turn on that old man strength, that dad strength. I feel like he's definitely got that, Connor.
Yeah. I've known this man for almost a decade, and he still doesn't know my name.
Hey, Connor. Hey, Connor, shut up.
Okay. Coming up next, we got Marshall's music
2 words.
And then we'll wrap up the show.
How do you spell that up?
O-N-K. And then we'll wrap up the show.
Those are letters.
It's the Connor and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
You're an idiot, Connor. I'm going to kick your ass, Connor.
Almost a decade. Get my name right.
Still funny. Hey, be cool, Connor. Be cool, bro. Be cool. Those are my 2 words. If you tell me to shut up, be cool, man. Be cool.
All right. Which story are you starting with?
I'm gonna go with the feel good story. I'm gonna start us out with the feel good story of Brent Smith.
Okay.
Talking about the band Spirit Box.
Perfect. Already had some shine down in the slot ready to go. Fucking rain, man. Jesus.
It's gonna be okay, man.
No, I know. Stop.
Charles says, "I have your back, Connor."
Thank you.
Well, you got it right, Connor with a K.
Connor with a K. At least get it right.
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't know. I get it. Does it sound like Connor? I don't know.
When you say it really fast, people could probably.
Yeah,
Cotter,
and Cotter is a. It's weird. It's a unique name. It's not something I've heard outside of the TV show and me.
So let me ask if this is a dickhead move, because I kind of think it is.
Gonna say yes.
All right, well, it's about my wife. So, hey, buddy. Hey, pal.
Why are you asking?
So, no.
Go ahead.
Check this out.
Okay.
So, dog got dropped off this morning by my wife. He has to get an allergy shot because he's got allergies or whatever.
Right.
Fine, whatever. It's all good. We don't get him the shot. He chooses his paws.
Yeah, okay.
So it's really quick. So I just told my wife, I'm like, before you go into work this morning, drop him off. And then when I get off work around lunchtime, I will go pick the dog up and bring him home. So she drops him off and she texts me and she goes, the bill will be $75. And I'm like, okay. Well, she goes, well, for the shot, I'm getting his nails trimmed as well. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, she kind of saddled me with that bill. Is that a dickhead move?
Kind of.
I feel like that's something that she should have been like, oh, yeah, I already paid for that, all set up.
It would have been nice.
Yeah.
Nice little surprise.
Just saying. Just saying, that would have been nice. Kind of a dickhead move. Just like, oh yeah, pay him $75. Why am I going to pay $75? I paid the last time. Kind of a dickhead move. That's my vote.
That's fair. No, so we did get a couple other calls from our buddy Cam over the weekend on the drunk line. So the first one, he's telling the story. I'm like, oh, this could be interesting. And then halfway through, his wife is like, no, you cannot air this call. And at the end, he's like, all right, I'm going to call right back. We can't air this one. And then he calls back with a second call. The first one, way more, would have been a better lead into a topic of conversation. I really wish we could have played that one, but I'll respect his wife's wishes.
So last week, it was last week, we did a bit, I think it was on Monday, where we graded our boss.
Yeah.
And I gave him a B+ because he hadn't bought us lunch in a while. Overall, we have a great boss.
Yeah.
And that's no BS. Honestly, Aaron's great. So today, this Monday, he buys us coffee.
Oh, that's true.
You think he's trying?
I do, because
A little bit of a try hard right there?
Because he popped on the stream after we talked about this, and somebody brought it up. And he's like,
last Monday.
And he's like, I gotta know what's going on. So as soon as he got into the station after the show, he went to the stream and found it because he wanted to listen to it. So yeah, I think now he's
trying a little bit harder.
He's going for that A.
Well, sometimes you got to poke that bear, and you got to poke it to make sure you're getting what you need. So I mean, coffee is a good first step. But Cotter, is it A worthy? I don't think so.
No.
I'll go ahead and say no.
No.
Flat out no.
No, there's got to be food involved.
Now, was it nice?
Oh, it was great.
Definitely a nice move. That's a big time nice guy move.
Yeah. Gold star. I'll give him a gold star for it.
Yeah. But we're not giving you a letter grade.
No.
You know what? Still a B-. We'll see where this goes. Yeah, after the show today, I have a call with the Jacksonville Jaguars today at
nice.
11 a.m. Going to talk to those fine folks, and then after that, I got to go pick up my dog, and that's kind of the day outside of all the work I have to do.
Yep. Get off the air. We'll record this thing over here, and then, like I said, I think I just got to get out of here. I got to go pick up my dog from doggy daycare, and then I'll just do the rest of the day working from home.
Morning, Sean. Oh, Liquid. Speaking of, I was playing Final Fantasy VII over the weekend. I got to the pull-up portion of the game that he's been mentioning on the stream, on the live stream here. It was a bitch, but I got it. I won by 1. It was like 47-46. I somehow won. Need some community support for your call. Oh, Chris. No, not exactly with this one. This one is actually just in regards to ticket giveaways that we're going to do with the Daily Center. It's just with the Jags team actually handles the Daily Center due to the fact that they own it. It's part of the stadium and everything. So, but is there any questions you want me to bring up? Like Trevor Lawrence? Should I bring up anything from that? Any questions on the team I should ask? More than happy to do that for you. Wanda says, oh my God, adults should not be allowed to shit in a pediatric office. My God, the smell hit me in the mouth, and now I want to throw up and die.
Oh, damn, that's funny.
Wow, that's something. Wasn't it Anchorman where someone? Oh, it was the Panther spray.
Yeah,
someone screamed. It smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Oh man.
Okay, Chris, thank you so much. I won't bring up the football team at all, but no, we have a call scheduled with the Jacksonville Jaguars today, so I'm pretty excited about that. Stephanie from the Jags.
Hey, Greg, how's it going?
Can confirm A-Dub is not at that office. He's in our office. I just saw him seconds ago through our window. He was looking out of his office. Wanda, I think you should just walk around with some poopery in your purse. I think that's just something. And if that happens, you could save everyone just by kind of spritzing that in there. That's something we should get A-Dub. Get him some poopery. Yeah, so coming up on the show tomorrow, we got a bunch of stuff coming up. Quizzed in the Face. Cotter will be quizzing me in the face once again. On top of that, 9 o'clock hour, we have a brand new feature called Explain the Bachelor. Bachelor in Paradise begins tonight. For anyone who loves The Bachelor, make sure to check that out. And then Lauren Wolverton of Connect Savannah will come in and try to explain it to two idiots who don't understand The Bachelor. Those idiots are us. So I'm going to try to check out some of the show tonight. Yeah. I want to just like a little bit of a feel of it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to watch the entire thing because I think it runs like 2 hours.
Yeah, I've never watched an episode. I have the general concept. You said this one's a little bit different, though?
Yeah, so hold on. I can share it with you right here.
I have it. I have my DVR set. I haven't told my wife about this yet because I'm sure she has no desire to watch The Bachelor. But she may have to watch a little bit with me because, I kind of want to go in with some general knowledge.
So she actually sent me a great article. It's from lifeandstylemag.com. And it's, if you've never watched Bachelor in Paradise before, here's how the whole thing works. Let's see. Almost Paradise. Season 6 of the hit Bachelor, Bachelorette spinoff, Bachelor in Paradise, set to begin on August 5th. Let's see. So there's technically no winner, but contestants can certainly leave richer in love. The season begins with a mass entrance of people. Makes this show different from The Bachelor, Bachelorette is that there's no lead that all the contestants are fighting for. Instead, there are nearly equal amounts of men and women that vie for each other's affection. So we definitely need to ask who is the most annoying couple.
Yeah.
So she's going to break it down. We're going to ask her who the ugliest bachelor or bachelorette is, not just on the outside, but also the inside.
So this show just sounds like it's just hookup central.
Yeah, it's going to be, big time hookup central.
This is just how many people can you nail before, you're no longer on the show.
Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting season. So we're very excited to have Lauren from Connect Savannah. If you haven't watched her video, probably one of our favorite interviews that we've done in the short amount of time we've done the show for. Lauren from Connect Savannah, Beer for Breakfast. You can actually find that on your YouTube channel.
All right, guys, got about 15 seconds. We'll be right back. All right, we're getting into some Marshall's music news. Let's kick it off. We got story number 1.
So there's this new band called Spirit Box, and they were actually on tour with Limp Bizkit, but Limp Bizkit decided to cancel their 2-month-long tour, only a couple shows in due to COVID reasons. Now, Spirit Box, they're brand new on the scene. They don't have a ton of cash, and they were just riddled with money and debt because they incurred so much before they even went on tour. Like, they rented stuff from a band called We Are Romans. They were in it bad in the worst way. Well, obviously, you don't expect a guardian angel to float down and help you out in these situations, but one did. And his name is Brent Smith of Shinedown. Ever heard of him? I sure have. And this guy absolutely came through for the band. They tweeted out over the weekend, can we talk about what an amazing person Brent Smith from Shinedown is? He just gifted us $10,000 towards our losses since our tour was recently canceled. This is such an amazing and kind gesture. Sincerely, thank you. And also they said, we also want to thank We Came as Romans, who we rented the majority of our light package from. They decided to waive the invoice and help soften our losses. It has been an emotional past few days, but this stuff has restored our faith in humanity. So very, very cool stuff from both Brent Smith of Shinedown and the band We Came as Romans for helping Spirit Box, a brand new band on the scene, out due to the cancellation of Limp Bizkit's tour.
Now, I don't know, obviously, how the whole touring thing works, but how much money does a band have to sink into something? You're an opening band. I get if you're the headliner. You're footing the bill for the tour, lights, whatever. It's your thing. But do you have to throw money in as a band to be on a show like this?
They probably had to sink some money in to be on the level of Limp Bizkit. I mean, probably a nice lighting pad. I mean, that stuff costs a ton of money.
Right.
They also tweeted this out, Cotter. We have never met Brent Smith, and we barely know the guys, and we came as Romans. These people were not helping out as a friend in need. They're just truly selfless people. So very cool stuff from those guys for helping out this new band.
All right, we got 2 more stories to go. Here's some Shinedown and Monsters, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Big time nice guy move from Brent Smith there.
Now, I mean, of the bands, celebrities, musicians, we've interviewed, talked to over the years, Brent Smith, honestly, one of the nicest.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah, he's super accommodating and has always been really, really over the top nice. I mean, he knows that radio has helped make his band, to one of the peaks that it's currently at. So yeah, he's always been really nice to us. All right, 2 more stories. Going to do one up next about Maynard James Keenan from Tool, Pussifer, all the other 75 bands he's currently in. Did a rare personal post. Like, he never talks ever about his wife and what she's been going through. So very cool stuff. Going to talk about that next.
To be honest, I didn't even know he was married.
Yeah, he's super secretive when it comes to that type of stuff.
Yeah, I get that.
Let's see. So did I get the trophy, Marshall, or did you just beat the event? I think I got both. I think they both popped up. I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure I got both, Liquid. Max says the trick to that is to spray it before you dump it. Wow. Real classy, Mac.
Poopery.
Yeah. Those are very ladylike words. Oh, so something we're going to have to talk to Mac about. She went to the Friends exhibit in Atlanta this past weekend, but she went with her ex-boyfriend, who she was really open into hanging out with again.
Hey.
So we're going to have to see how that went. After the Maynard James Keenan story, I do have a short story about Zakk Wylde and Ozzy, and that's how we will wrap the show and leave you all today. Mostly wet. Moist.
Very wet.
Yeah, our parking lot is definitely going to be an ocean.
Yeah.
When we go out there today.
So our sister station is, carrying the Jags.
Mm-hmm.
And so they sent me, the schedule. Here's when the game starts.
Yeah.
Or, here's when stuff starts. So I scheduled it at the time they sent me. They didn't take into consideration the hour-long pregame show for when they sent me the time.
Okay.
So we missed the hour-long pregame show because they said, 7 o'clock. So I set the thing for 7 o'clock, which hopped right into the game because that was kickoff. So you would think when they put together the schedule, somewhere on there, they'd be like, hey, guys.
We don't need the pregame.
6 o'clock. Or, hey, guys, take into consideration the hour-long pregame show.
Now, no one wants to hear the pregame.
I get
Play
it.
the game.
Got it, kind of have to air.
Do we have to air the pregame?
We do.
Like, contractually?
I believe so.
We couldn't line item veto that out? President can do that type of crap. Why can't we?
Oh, that'd be nice. All right, got about 45 seconds.
It is just gushing outside, just ridiculous. All right, coming back with a story about Maynard James Keenan of Tool. He's got a daughter. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah. He's like 7 years old.
All right, guys, be right back. It is Marshall's Music News with story number 2.
Now, my close personal friend, Maynard James Keenan, asked me not to share this story until he publicly put it out first, just so we could put it out there real quick. But Maynard James Keenan recently shared a rare personal post on social media, Instagram to be specific, detailing for the first time his wife's battle with breast cancer. Now, his wife, Jennifer Lee Keenan, her birthday was just a few days ago. In honor of that, he put up a heartfelt statement stating, "Today is my wife's birthday. I'm going to guess that it'll be viewed as her favorite. In late November of last year, she felt a lump in her breast. On Christmas Eve, she was diagnosed with cancer. She didn't collapse into a pile of self-pity. She didn't launch into an entitlement rage. She didn't act out in a self-destructive manner. Instead, she asked the right questions, listened to her doctors, made a plan, and stuck to it. She is currently into the radiation phase of her cancer fight, but things seem to be looking good." He goes, "Happy birthday, my love. Cheers to this one and many more." So very, very great news to hear from Maynard James Keenan in regards to his wife's cancer battle. Once again, she's successfully completed chemotherapy and surgery and now is facing radiation treatment. So it sounds like things are definitely going in the right direction for her and him.
All right, one more story to go. Talking Ozzy and Zakk Wylde is coming up next. More of Marshall's Music News, Rock 106.1.
We did very briefly, Liquid. We talked about Woodstock 99. Cotter watched most of it. I still haven't got a chance to watch it yet, but I think I'm going to try to get to it this week. I do have some open time this week where I think I'm able to fit that in. But
yeah, I got through about half of it. It is really good.
Is it?
Really
how long
good.
is it?
Hour and a half, hour 20 minutes.
Oh, okay, it's not like 3 hours long.
No,
stupid like that.
No, but it's really, really good.
Yeah,
and I mean, it's like, I mean, just really kind of getting a glimpse. And it's funny how you kind of still feel like one of the guys who's the organizer is still trying to defend it. So they keep cutting back every now and then to like day of press conferences, that they had going on during the event. And one guy asked about all the crap everywhere because, I mean, the garbage cans are just overflooded. I mean, there's bottles. I mean, it's just disgusting. And he was like, and the guy asked him, was like, "I could grab 5 people right now, could pick up this place better. What are you guys doing?" And the guy, one of the organizers, just
Flipped.
went all off on "Then grab your people, get in here. I'll pay you $100. I'll pay you $1,000 an hour to get." He just went nuts off the guy.
Right.
And you're like, doesn't look like an asshole, guys. I mean, this is a cluster. I mean, it's a total cluster. And the same guy, they cut to him. He's still doing some interviews, updated stuff now, and it's still like he was defending,
right,
still to this day, some of the decisions they made.
Yeah, it's I'm guessing this was done in regards to the Fire Festival documentary that was
Probably.
so huge.
Yeah.
I can imagine like the Woodstock guys are like, "That's a Fire Festival? Our show." But yeah, no, I want to see it for sure. I know it's on HBO Max. Been wanting to check that out. One movie I did watch over the weekend instead of probably watching the Woodstock documentary, which I should have. My wife and I obviously getting into the spooky season. Very excited. Halloween's our favorite holiday. Getting into Candyman. Now, Candyman is, they got a new movie, like a reboot coming out here in the next few weeks, as long as COVID doesn't ruin it.
Yeah.
Again, it was supposed to come out last year, but we decided to rewatch the first Candyman film. It is very good.
Yeah.
It has excellent nudity. I forgot how much nudity it had in Candyman.
Yeah.
It's got some top tier boobs, without a doubt. And then the gore is, I mean, there's not a lot.
Right.
It's pretty good. And the most ridiculous scene out of all of it, there's a scene between the lead character and a psychiatrist. She's in a psycho ward. And Candyman comes in, and spoiler alert, the movie's been out for like 30 years. He kills the psychiatrist, unhooks her to show everyone that she's crazy, and then he flies out of the window. But it's like he's just standing there, and they have like a rig where they just pull him back, so he just like floats out of the window backwards, and it's so dumb looking, but also awesome at the same time. Like, God, I really like Candyman. Yeah. So there's 2 more films. The second one is regarded as good. The third one is regarded, I think there's a third one. Maybe the second one's bad. Anyway, it's supposed to be not good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm excited to watch the rest of the Candyman series. And, of course, the remake looks excellent. It looks really good.
Yeah, I think I've watched it once, when it first came out on VHS.
Yeah.
I remember watching I remember liking it.
Yeah, so do you remember the origin of the Candyman?
Ish. I mean, like I said, when it first came out on VHS, it's probably the only time I watched.
So Candyman was a black man who was an artist. He fell in love with a white woman who he was doing a portrait of.
Yeah.
Everyone found out. This was like in Chicago in the early late 1800s, early 1900s.
Right.
And they drug him out. They cut off his right hand. Right hand? Yeah, to cut off his right hand. They shoved a hook in there because obviously he was an artist, so they took that away.
Right.
And then they went and broke into like a beehive thing, and they broke a bunch of beehives and smeared them with honey, so the bees would come and sting them to death.
Okay.
And that's why like bees are a big thing with the Candyman.
I remember the bees being
and
there.
I guess the sweet honey is the reason why they call him Candyman, maybe. But which they don't really I mean, they have like a little mural to the Candyman with a bunch of candy with razor blades in it in the front of a picture of him.
Right.
I mean, like, but they never really explain like why people did that.
So the first movie came out in 92. There is 3, not counting the reboot.
Right.
So Farewell to the Flesh in 95.
That's the second one.
And Day of the Dead in 1999.
I guess Day of the Dead is the worst one.
Okay.
Farewell to the Flesh, I guess, isn't the worst. It's just okay.
Now, I didn't know this. It was based off a Clive Barker short story called The Forbidden.
Of course. Duh.
Let's see. Yeah, so it's based off of that. All right, cool. But yeah, 1992. So I was in high school when that first one came out. So I haven't seen it.
I was 10 years old.
30 years ago is when I watched that movie. I haven't seen it since.
I remember seeing it as a kid. I mean, I probably watched it within, I don't know, I'll say the first 5 years. Before 1997, I saw Candyman.
Right.
I always liked horror movies. Man, I do enjoy Candyman. So I think I'm going to watch the Candyman series before the new one comes out.
So the second one holds a 27% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Based on 26 reviews, average score 4.4 out of 10. That's the second. Day of the Dead, which is the third one. Let's see, where's that one at? It holds a 10% approval rating. Now, that's only based on 10 reviews. 3.8 out of 10. In 2008, Tony Todd, who plays Candyman, right? That's the actor who plays Candyman.
Yeah.
Admitted he considers Day of the Dead a poor entry into the Candyman series.
So the new film, Candyman, comes out. Actually, it comes out a lot sooner than I thought. 11 days from now, August 27th. So probably, let's see, I'll be in Illinois when it comes out. So I don't know if I'll be able to see it that opening weekend, but I really want to go see the new film. It looks really good.
So Tony Todd is coming back for this new one too, right? They didn't recast that role?
Yeah, supposedly he's coming back.
Okay. Yeah, he's on the list, the cast list, according to Wikipedia. Take it as you will. So I didn't know if they would recast that role or not. Interesting. So it'll be, yeah, so is this a reboot or is it a sequel? Is it upcoming, directed by?
I think it's
kind
of
a direct sequel to, so it's a direct sequel. It's like what Halloween did. They're forgetting the second and third.
Oh, okay.
It's a direct sequel to the first.
Interesting.
So yeah, kind of like what they did when they released that the new set of Halloween movies. They scratched the other ones. This is picking up right here where this one left off.
So the director of Candyman, the new one, Nia DaCosta, she's actually directing The Marvels, which is Captain Marvel 2.
Okay.
So that comes out next year, next November. So she's directing that film. So it's kind of cool. I mean, a director with a nice little pedigree there coming into the MCU right there.
All right, we got about 4 minutes. What up, Mac?
Liquid, no, I have not seen the DC Titans show on HBO Max. I've heard some things about it, good and bad, but I have not seen it.
Back to the Woodstock thing. Yeah, I don't think I've gotten to the Limp Bizkit portion of the documentary yet. I don't think, anyway.
He blames the whole thing on Fred Durst inciting a riot. Good God.
Yeah, it looked like just the whole thing. It looks like a cluster, man. Moby is in it. He's just pretentious as hell anyway. He comes across even more pretentious with this whole thing. All right, want to see you later.
Ooh, lots to get to after the show today. Getting all sorts of stuff. All the stupid work. Yeah, we got less than a minute. Oh no, wait, we got another song.
Yeah. So we got
Gotcha.
Volbeat. So 3 minutes. The new Volbeat song, which is uber short.
Yeah, it is.
So the MTV Video Awards nominees came out.
Mm-hmm.
Best Rock Video nominees: Evanescence, Use My Voice.
Okay.
Foo Fighters, Shame Shame.
Love that video.
John Mayer, Last Train Home.
Never seen it.
Killers, My Own Soul's Warning.
Yep. Seen it.
Kings of Leon, The Bandit, which is a great song.
I don't know that video. I don't think I've seen it.
I haven't either. And Lenny Kravitz, Raise Vibration.
Lenny Kravitz put out new music?
I had no idea. This is literally the first I'm hearing of it.
Whoops. Okay. Is there a metal category at all or anything?
I'm surprised they have the rock category. Their rock category is more rock than the Grammys rock category.
Which is stunning.
I mean, Evanescence, Foo Fighters, Killers, Kravitz. I mean, I haven't heard the Kravitz. I know a lot of his stuff isn't, like, Are You Gonna Go My Way anymore?
Mm-hmm.
But and then the best alternative video: Bleachers, Glass Animals, Imagine Dragons, Machine Gun Kelly and Black Bear, 21 Pilots, Willow, and Travis Barker.
Yeah, 21 Pilots and Machine Gun Kelly seem to be like the biggest names in alternative that I'm hearing. At least. Nathan, no, I haven't watched Doom Patrol either, but I think I've heard more about Doom Patrol like positively as Titans. I haven't. Charles wants to know when it comes to the favorite songs for the 1061 song countdown. Are there any, or what are the parameters to it? Are there
something that we've played on the station? That's what I'd like to keep it to. So it's the top 1061 songs we've ever played. So I mean, that's really the only parameter.
And really, this is our wrap up of the 20th year anniversary. I mean, like,
yep,
we did a show. We've celebrated every weekend with a different year. I mean, I don't think there's much else for us to do after this big countdown.
Yeah, no, this will bring it to a close. But yeah, that's really the only parameter. That's something we've played. And to be honest with you, obviously, I have not kept track of every song we've ever played over the past 20 years.
What the hell have you been doing?
Slacking. And so you could be like, what about this song? And be like, yeah, we totally played that. So
what about Fatboy Slim's Weapon of Choice? Always a jam when I get a couple drinks in me. Always love hearing it.
I'm sure it's been played a time or two, so maybe.
I think I've definitely played it for Throwback Thursday when we did that.
Yep. All right, guys. Got about 15 seconds. One more break. Get out of here. Be right back. All right, before we get out of here today, one more time, we got Marshall's Music News.
So there's been lots of questions, Cotter, in regards to Zakk Wylde on whether he's going to be performing with Ozzy Osbourne when he hits the road once again in early 2022. Now, Zakk Wylde did not appear on Ozzy's Ordinary Man album, nor is he expected to appear on Osbourne's In Progress follow-up. Now, he will definitely be on tour with Ozzy. That was confirmed over the weekend. Zakk Wylde said, yes, I will be on tour. When asked about his involvement, Oz is getting himself back healthy, and then we'll be back out onto the road. Now, his first tour date is going to be in Berlin, Germany on January 26th of next year. And then he spends pretty much the first 3 months of the year overseas, hitting all sorts of places like Switzerland, Sweden. He's hitting up tons of dates in Germany, the UK, and more. So it's good to see Ozzy after all those issues.
Yeah.
All the terrible medical stuff he's been going through, finally get back out to do, supposedly, according to his devil she-wife, Sharon Osbourne, his final tour.
I think it is, man. I think this is the last. I'm not saying he won't do maybe some one-off dates here and there.
Yeah.
But full-on tour, it's got to be it.
And he's gotten so much plastic surgery done. I mean, his face is tighter than ours, and he's twice our age. His hair is still immaculately not gray. I mean, he's looking almost too well for his age right now.
All right, that's going to do it for today. Coming up on the show tomorrow, brand new segment, top of the 9 o'clock hour. Going to be joined by Lauren from Connect Savannah. She will explain The Bachelor.
Yes, we don't understand it.
Not at all.
We need a pro in here.
And so we'll have Lauren tomorrow at 9. We'll also get to Quizzed in the Face and more. So we'll talk to you tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Always appreciate it. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
All right, guys, that was a fun practice show for us to get back into our little mojo roll of things. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Tomorrow on the show, like Cotter said, all sorts of fun stuff. So Be careful today if you're driving out in the rain, and we'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m.
See you guys.
Peace.